what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation Podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing. And you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back. Like, what's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked. What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation Podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it, I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama, they keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters need to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back like, what's up? What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it live in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gaming credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked. What's up? What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation Podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it live in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it, I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama, they keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters need to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back like, what's up? What it is, what it
I'm a PlayStation fan too.
What is good, YouTube? What's good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona and one half of the What's Up PlayStation podcast crew. Did you miss us? Did you miss us? Well, we missed you. I missed you, right? And this is episode 113 of What's Up PlayStation podcast. Welcome to everybody here. We appreciate you starting your mornings off right with the WUPS boys. Shout out to the WUPS Nation, right? And listen, man, we got a great show today. It's been a lot of great PlayStation news. A lot of great gaming has been going on. Listen, guys, the gaming is heavy this year so far. We're already in the second month of the year. Time going by quick. Jeez, why is time moving so fast? Right? But yo, I'm glad to be here, man. I'm happy to be here for another Saturday. 113 episodes. Jeez, this. We getting up there. We getting up. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of 1s and 3s ever since I turned 31. Last week was my birthday, right? Ever since I've turned 31, I've been seeing 1s and 3s in sequence, either 3 and a 1 or 1 and a 3 or 1 3 3 3 1. I've been seeing it around a lot lately. Now we see episode 113. I might need to play the lotto. That's what the universe is telling me. Like, Persona, play the lotto, play these numbers. You feel me? But listen, man, like I said, we have a great show today, and we got some great giveaways happening as well. We're going to be giving away a copy of God of War Ragnarok and giving away a copy of Hogwarts Legacy. Shout out to the people in the community that sponsored these giveaways. Hey, yo, real quick, man, the community is such a great... I love the community, man, because people just randomly either hit up me or Bari, be like, yo, guys, here's this game or here's this PSN card or whatever. Go do a giveaway. It's like people in the community really have really big, kind hearts. And we appreciate it, man, so much. But listen, guys, What's Up PlayStation Podcast is a 2-man team. You understand? Two handsome brothers from New York. You understand? And I got to introduce the other half of What's Up PlayStation Podcast, the best lisp on YouTube. Tanta Bari. King Jerk Chicken. You understand? The best on Call of Duty. Yo, Tanta Bari, what's good with you, brother? Talk to the people. There you go. Sing it, brother. Fire.
Oh, yo, what is good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? Welcome to another episode of What's Up PlayStation Podcast, guys. Episode 113 to be exact. You guys are new here, man. You know the vibes. You're a PlayStation-centric podcast where we talk about the latest, the greatest, the good, the bad, the ugly news of PlayStation throughout the week, man. And yeah, like Persona said, we got a lot of news to talk about, a lot of great news to talk about when it comes to PlayStation, man, because PlayStation is out here winning. PlayStation's out here dominating. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, we're going to have a good time today, man. We got a nice special guest as well. You know what I mean? A really dope person in the community. And yeah, we can't wait to, introduce him and talk about the games that we're playing and the news, man. So let's get it. Let's have some fun this Saturday morning, man.
Yo, facts.
Oh yeah, and the 2 giveaways, we definitely appreciate you guys, supporting What's Up PlayStation Podcast. So big shout out to Rec Room of Demons and also to Mr. Benjamin for sponsoring these 2 giveaways for God of War. Right now, we're doing a God of War Ragnarok giveaway. So if you guys want to win a copy of God of War or get a copy of God of War Ragnarok, make sure you type in exclamation point WUPS Nation in the chat, and you will get a ticket to win a copy of God of War. And then later on, we're going to be doing, Hogwarts Legacy giveaway as well. So
hey, yo, Bari, so you're skipping a little bit, like every time you talk. Am I the only one hearing that? Are you hearing that, as DC?
Yeah, I'm hearing it a little bit too.
Yeah, you like skipping. Like every time you talk, it's like like it's cutting in and out a little bit. I don't know what that is. You might want to switch back to whatever you had it as before you switched it to that sound thing or whatever.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna leave out and come back in too.
All right. But yeah, man, listen, shout out to Tanta Bari in the building. Tanta Bari, Tanta Persona. You understand? Listen, man, definitely always glad to have the bro Bari here, man. I always say it all the time, man. There's nothing I'd rather be doing than doing a Saturday morning show with my bro. But listen, guys, this week we have a very, very special episode. It's a special episode, but we got a very special guest in the building, guys. This is somebody very respected in the community. This is a good guy, man. Someone that I rock with heavy. He's very positive. in the community where there's a lot of negativity, a lot of fraud and all this crazy stuff that be going on in the community. He is a very positive person. And he's about his games, man. This person is about his games. He is a gamer through and through to the heart. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome DC Gaming to the podcast. DC, what's good, brother?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Shout out to the WUPS Nation. Happy to be here. We're going to have a real good show today.
Hey, that man came.
Good time. I can rock out with these two brothers, you know what I mean?
That man came in smooth. That man said, hey, listen, he still got the Jonesin on the phone voice on. I respect it, DC. I respect it, brother.
This is a podcast voice. Sometimes you got to have that Spaces voice. You need something for the podcast, when you're talking straight to the people. So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, that man trying to serenade the ladies. Listen, ladies in the chat, tread lightly. The man trying to serenade. But not DC, man. Listen.
How about now? Am I still breaking up?
Yeah, you sound good.
Sound good.
Yeah, you sound good.
Sure. I'm gonna do a long sentence, man. So big shout out to everyone in the chat. Like I said, we're gonna be doing 2 giveaways today for Ragnarok, God of War Ragnarok, and
you skipping.
for
It's still skipping.
I don't know what the hell is going on.
I don't know. It's still skipping.
Check my settings.
But Bari always overcomplicate shit. God damn, brother. That what's the name sound shit sound like it's a little I don't know what it is, man. It's like you're talking and then it's like it'll start skipping or it'll all that weird stuff.
Yeah. I heard it when I was listening back as well.
Yeah. But listen, man, DC, like I was saying, man, it's great to have you here, man, have you on the show, man. It's a long time coming. And like me and Bari have said in the past, guys, we definitely gonna be getting more great people out here in the community on the show, because the community is without y'all, it wouldn't be us, man. Y'all ride for us, man. Y'all ride out and whatnot, and y'all support us, and we appreciate y'all. We say that all the time, and that's because we mean it. We definitely appreciate the community, man. We rock with the community, and we got a great community of supporters that rock out with us, man. And like I said, DC is a great guy. He plays his games. He's out here doing great stuff. So, as the WUPS boys, we're honored to have DC on the show with us today. Talk about these gaming news, talk about the discussion, and everything in between, man. I know it's gonna be a fire show. And DC, you're not no stranger to this, but I'm gonna start with you and ask you, man. So how was your week, man? How was your week this week, man? How you feeling?
It was a good week, man. Just getting this work stuff out the way. Thankfully, it's been a slow week so far with the job. Trying to finish up these games because I know there's quite a few heavy hitters coming out in these next couple of weeks. So I'm trying to get through that backlog so I can start getting to these newer games.
Okay, what you play? I know you're playing Monster Hunter Rise right now. What else are you playing? Like trying to get through this.
So right now I'm trying to get through Tales of Arise. I'm thanks to the new beta, I can see 80% of the way through the game. I told myself I'm not buying nothing else until I beat that game. So once I'm done with that, I can get to Forspoken, and then once I'm done with that, I'll be playing Hogwarts Legacy.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Bari, how you feeling this week?
I'm feeling good. I'm trying to fix this thing here. I just unplugged it and then plug it back in. You know what I mean? What's it called? XLR Life. So with hopefully that everything fix up or get situated. But my week has been good, man. No really complaints. I've been grinding out for Spoken. Finally completed it yesterday. Emotional roller coaster, man. I really love that character, Frey Holland. And yeah, I just think it's this amazing thing what's going on with that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, work wise, closing week, so it's always busy. So, but nah, we still grind out what we got to do out here.
Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, you still skipping like it's really really bad. You might need to restart your PC or something like that.
Let me restart.
Yeah,
I did do an update from the video today. So let me see.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead, restart. Me and DC can hold it down. That's what's up, man. As for me, man, the work week, I think I told y'all already, man. Like, your boys, like, they mandated us going back in the office at least 2 days a week now. So I've been going back into the office a lot more, which I gotta say it's pretty cool. To actually be able to collab with my team or collab just in general with like other teams and departments in person. It's a cool thing. But that work from home life is goated. You feel me? Like everyone is like, yo, man, work from home. I'm like, yeah, man, it's just too good. But nah, man, for me, work week was good. A lot of projects, a lot of things going on, work wise. But in terms of gaming, listen, when I set out on like a specific goal, that's like what I'm trying to do. And so like Forspoken is a game that I've been like really, really excited for a long time. So, I definitely was working to get through this game. I beat the game yesterday. This weekend I'm working on the platinum. I would definitely want to platinum this before all the other big stuff starts coming out, because we in February. So, Octopath Traveler 2, PlayStation VR 2, Hogwarts Legacy, it's a ton of games releasing that I'm going to want to put a lot of my focus on, going into February. So, we working on getting this Forspoken platinum, and it's a lot, but I love it. Like the game is great. The game is fun. We're going to talk about it later. But yeah, man, listen, shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all know that we appreciate y'all so much. And we got to shout out these members on the channel, man. Listen, guys, WUPS Nation is our membership, man. Shout out to the WUPS Nation. Shout out to the WUPS members. Guys, if you do want to become a member, you can. The link is in the description. It's never mandatory, but it's always appreciated. And it's some pretty cool perks and things on there, man. Or, if you just want to support the support, it's definitely appreciated. So for the WUPS members, we got Ice Queen Gaming, Dress 47, Tevin, J-Ro 49, Plus on Block Podcast. Shout out to Plus on Block boys. That's Chuck and Dre. They just had a great podcast yesterday too, guys. Make sure y'all go check out Plus on Block Podcast. The link to their channel is in the description as well. Go support those boys, man. We're trying to get them to 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. So definitely go support those boys, man. We trust me when I tell you, man, these are some good dudes. They know their things when it comes to fighting games and gaming in general. And it's always a good show, man, listening to them. So shout out to the Plus on Block boys. And then we got DeJuan Thompson, Jimmy Harrison, Kratos 99, Porter Rock 77, Alfonso Carter, Broken Saint 1978, D2 Des, Tarana Duffy, Miles B 93, Upper Room AK, Steady Flow, Stealth Guy Gaming, Tricelsius, That Guy Smitty, Damien, Alfonso Carter, Henry Heck, Kyle Ward 789, Star Guardian 88, Oolong T Gaming, Stranded Ninja Gaming, Stone, Rabbit Got the Gun, Jay Bari, the great Jay Bari in the building, Games for Eternity, King Thrash Gaming, Basement Radio Arcade Brap, Julian Johnson, Requiem of Demons, It's Me Baby 80, Light Strife, DC Gaming, shout out to DC, John Donuts, Tactical Gamer, AC, Stir Crazy, Stardust Acero, Gian the Dawn, J Gamer UK, Cyber Dragon, Unicron, C Fresh 2180, Strictly Gaming, Viper Reaps Corner, J Wright, Blue Mustang 357, Shy City Gamer, King Keys, Bird, Upchuck Gaming, Navigator 3221, Nariko in the building, the great gaming with Persona, Dreology 619, and last but not least, Mr. Go Try Her Guy Uchiha. Oh! Shout out to the WUPS Nation, man. Y'all know, appreciate y'all so much, and for rocking out with us, guys. And yo, man, listen, if you want to become a member, the link is in the description. Never mandatory, but it's always appreciated. We appreciate y'all, man. Real talk. And then
hey, lots of great people there, man.
Yeah, a lot of great people.
Y'all gotta fix the introduction for Bird, because I know he'd be feeling bad. Y'all be like, King so
Bird, that's my Bird.
Can we hype his name up a little more next time?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. And Bird is a good dude, man. Bird is my boy, man. So we definitely gonna hype up Bird the next go round. Trust and believe. Next week, Bird, we gonna hype that name up. I promise. And then shout out to the membership messages and the super chats. Viper Reeves Corner, appreciate you. 9 months as a member of WUPS Nation. He says best PlayStation podcast on YouTube. Indeed, definitely appreciate you, Viper. And yo, guys, make sure y'all give y'all love to Viper, man. My boy Viper, man. He does the timestamps and everything, man. The unofficial official WUPS member. You feel me? And he rocks out with us, man. And, you know, he do the Lord's work, man. So make sure y'all give y'all love to Viper in the chat, man. Viper, you know, we appreciate you and everything you do. So shout out to you, Viper. And then shout out to Ender Cheat Code, man. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says, shout out to the boys. Appreciate you, Cheat Code. And then shout out to Cyber Dragon. 9 months as a member on the channel. Yo, Cyber Dragon is one of our longest supporters, like in just general. Like Cyber Dragon been rocking with me and Bari since like 2014, man. Yo, shout out to Cyber Dragon, a great dude out here. He says, what up, chat mods and the What's Up PlayStation podcast? I am glad Forspoken was spoken for by many. Facts. Forspoken is an amazing game with amazing gameplay. And then shout out to Vel R, man. Appreciate you for the super chat, bro. He says, good morning, y'all. Excited for the show today. And shout out to them boys. Yo, Vel R, we appreciate you, bro. Shout out to you, man. And then Kratos 99 with the big boy super. Bari, what's going on? $100 super chat. The show ain't even start. The show ain't even start. We got the $100 super chat. Holy shit. Kratos, man, appreciate you, bro. He says, what's up, Bari, Persona, DC? Shout out to the PlayStation Nation. Hoping y'all have a great show today. Kratos, we appreciate you, bro. Always, man. And then shout out to Mr. Benjamin. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says, what up, fellas? My first time here, and I'm looking forward to the show. Love what y'all guys are doing, and I will support as much as I can. Appreciate you, man.
Shout out to Mr. Benjamin. He's also, like I said, one of the people that's sponsoring the Hogwarts Legacy giveaway. So big shout out to Mr. Benjamin.
Yo, facts. And then
do I sound clearer or better now?
Yeah, you sound good. And then shout out to Stealth Guy Gamer, man. Appreciate you. 8 months as a member on the channel. He says, Slytherin boys on deck. Gang, gang. Hey, yo, man, listen. Shout out to, yo, the community is I love this community, man. Yo, everybody took the Hogwarts test and sat and was sorted by the hat. And Bari, what were you? What did you get? You got
I got Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw, right?
You know what I mean?
And I'm thinking, all right, you know, I'm gonna get Gryffindor, because, you know, I'm like, all right, I'm trying to be where Potter was. You know what I'm saying? Hey, little Potter, I'm trying to be where Potter was. You understand? So I'm like, all right, give me Gryffindor. You know, I'm like, all right, so I'm choosing stuff based upon, like, the questions that they were asking. I was answering truthfully, like, you know, trust, honor, loyalty, and shit. I'm thinking, all right, I'm about to be a part of Gryffindor. I'm thinking, all right, I'm about to be a part of Gryffindor. Hey, yo, Bari, tell me why these fools gave me Hufflepuff.
They say you sensitive, man. he got a big heart.
Hey, yo, these fools gave me Hufflepuff, bruh. And I'm sitting here like, are you serious? Really? Hufflepuff? Really?
Slytherin's where it's at. That's where y'all need to be stored.
That Persona emotional. He emotional.
Nah, bruh. I'm like, yo, what is going on here, yo? Hufflepuff. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy, because the thing is, shout out to Kendra, like, you know, whatever the hat sorts you to, that's what you have to choose in Hogwarts Legacy. I'm like, yo, Hufflepuff, come on, man. Not no Hufflepuff, man.
I was gonna choose Gryffindor, but you know what? I was like, you know what? Let me just follow by the rules. Kendra, you know, magically just set up. I was like, I'll choose Ravenclaw when I get into the game.
Yeah, I was like, yo, Kendra, I can't be no Hufflepuff. She's like, no, you got to. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I looked at the Hufflepuff room in the trailer. I'm like, you know, this room kind of fire. Fuck it. We gonna go with Hufflepuff. It is what it is, man. So your boy rocking that Hufflepuff through my playthrough. So, you know, shout out to Kendra as well, man. Good people.
So that's you gonna state your gangster with Hufflepuff?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm a choose.
I think I've seen more people on the Slytherin than any other house.
Yeah, there was a lot of Slytherins and a lot of Ravenclaws. I mean, yo, Bari, the hat has spoken. What am I to do? The hat has spoken. Bro, and the crazy thing is, I retook the test twice after that, Bari, and it still gave me Hufflepuff 2 times after that.
What did you get for your Patronus?
They gave me a wand. Bari, that's even worse, bro. They gave me a goddamn squirrel.
Oh man!
And my wand is a I think it's not an ash wand. I think it's let me look. Yeah, it's an ash wand, and I got a red squirrel.
I got a fox, and I got pine for my wand.
Bro, I
don't know what.
And the thing is,
an ash wand and a Sphinx cat.
What'd you get for what's your house, DC?
Slytherin, man. You know what?
Oh my God. Everybody getting the cool shit, but me.
There's a snake in my boot.
Everybody getting the cool shit but me, man. They gave me a squirrel. And the thing is, even with my Patronus, I was choosing things that I knew would lead to a cat, like fangs and all. I'm like, all right, I'm about to get a cat.
Oh, you cheating.
No, I wasn't cheating. I wanted a cat. I'm cats, bro. Bro, they even said choose like your animal type, and I chose the cat, and they gave me a squirrel, bro. I'm like, all right, man. Y'all got it, man. It is what the hat has spoken. The hat has spoken.
You listen. You grew up in like public schools or whatever schools you've been growing up in, and you always go for C, man. You know what I mean? Why you over here choosing all these honest answers? Go with C.
Man, listen, I don't know. That's probably why I'm in Hufflepuff. That's probably why I'm in Hufflepuff, because I'm too damn honest.
You're gonna be in the schoolyard trying to trade out this Patronus watch.
Hey, yo, facts, bro. I'm trying to get off that.
Hey, yo, listen. One thing I'll say, man. If you got Hufflepuff, stop acting like you gangsta out here, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo, get up out of here, bro.
Go sit your ass down.
Hey, yo, put some respect. Hey, yo, bro, put some respect on that Hufflepuff name. You feel me? Yeah, I'm in Hufflepuff now. Y'all gonna respect that Hufflepuff. You heard?
Yeah, y'all sensitive, man.
Hey, listen. Hey, yo, listen. I'm in Hufflepuff. You gonna put respect on that Hufflepuff name. You feel me? You gonna put respect on that. But shout out to Dresk47. Appreciate you becoming a member of WUPS Nation. We hope you enjoy your stay. Kick your shoes off. Understand? No walk around the house with the shoes on. Respect the house.
Get familiar,
man. Drinks is in the fridge and whatnot. Food is out there in the kitchen. Go ahead on. And the shout out to Ice.
I'm not breaking up, right? Am I good?
Nah, you good.
Are you good?
Yeah, you good.
All right.
And the shout out to Ice.
You got that. You got that deafness in your left ear. So I'm just making sure.
Deafness in my left ear. What?
Oh, you in 30s now, man.
Hey, man, listen. I am getting kind of old. But you've been old, Bari. Ain't you like 50, 60 years old, man? You old too.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what the age is. It's a matter of the looks. Do you look old? Do you feel old?
Hey, man, I still look very young, and I feel very young. You feel me?
Yo, real talk, you look like 23, 25, yo. And that's a good thing. That's not me bashing. That's a good thing. You know what I mean? You eating your vitamins, you taking your vitamins, you eating right.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Your skin is on point. Pause. You know what I mean?
Wow,
some people, when they get to that 30s, they looking like 40, 50. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, look at Bari. He hyping his brother up. I appreciate you, brother. You understand? What
Absolutely.
are you? You like 80 years old. You still look like you about, 72, 73. So, it's not you. Very youthful. Very youthful. And a shout out to Ice Cream Gaming, man. Appreciate you becoming a member on the channel as well. We hope you enjoy your stay. And then J Gamer UK, appreciate you. 9 months as a member on the channel. He says, yo, what's good, Bari, Persona, and the WUPS crew. Appreciate you, J Gamer. Shout out to you. And shout out to Upchuck Gaming, man, one half of the Plus on Block boys. Like I said, man, great show yesterday. He said, shout out to the bros. Coffee ready. Tell Bari to stop stealing the neighbor's Wi-Fi. Oh no, Bari, you was on that. You was on that neighbor's Wi-Fi. Oh, your computer was on Wi-Fi, brother. Was that what it was?
Oh no Wi-Fi. The thing, I don't think it was an internet issue. If it was, I would have been in the Discord, but
yeah, I think it's probably just have to restart. Yeah. And then
I was messing around with the settings. I cranked my my gain all the way max to see to test it. I guess that messed something up. I don't know.
That might have been what it was, because when you have the gain too high, it starts to clip your voice. So that actually might be what it was. And then shout out to S Blank Sun 95. Appreciate you, man, for the super chat. It says, need that Forspoken sequel. Can't wait for the DLC. Yo, facts. This game, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Trust, guys. And then shout out to Viper Reeves for the super chat again. He says, Hufflepuff, F everybody else. Exactly, Viper. My boy Viper, Hufflepuff. Man. Hufflepuff boys in the building. Y'all going to put some respect on this Hufflepuff name.
Hey, yo, listen, Hufflepuff's supposed to be a nice...
Nah, we ain't nice.
Y'all making it some gang out here.
No, we ain't nice. We ain't nice. All right? I'm here now. Things have changed. We under new leadership. You understand?
You got bandanas on now and all that, man. Come on, man.
And then shout out to Fake Outrage, man. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says, what's up, Bari, Persona? Where that Forspoken Platinum at? Keep up the good job for the community. Yo, Fake Outrage, we appreciate you. The Platinum comes soon. The Platinum comes soon. Trust me. Or soon come. Trust and believe.
I'm gonna play that junk today, man. That's all I'm gonna do is play Forspoken. I really wanted to play like Monster Hunter or like start Dead Space, but I'm like, nah, I'm focused on getting this platinum.
Yeah, my focus for this weekend, I was gonna try to like play Hi-Fi Rush and a bit of Monster Hunter, which I might do tomorrow, but I want to get this Forspoken platinum. Like right after the podcast, I'm on Forspoken working on this platinum straight up. And then shout out to Mr. Benjamin again. Appreciate you for the super chat. It says y'all need to add Apple Pay for an option for subscription.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah, we gotta talk to YouTube. We're gonna talk to YouTube and let them know.
Yeah, we're gonna.
You know what I mean?
Talk to them, let them know.
Nah,
what's
yo,
good.
real talk. We appreciate you guys though.
Yo, facts. We appreciate y'all a lot. All right, man. You know, we got the super chats and everything out the way, guys. Man, let's get into the usual rigmarole of how we do things here, guys. Man, so let's start with the games released for this week, and it's a pretty beefy week when it comes to gaming, in my opinion, man. So
Pretty what?
beefy, stacked,
Hey, so what?
stacked. It's stacked. My fault. Stacked.
You always gotta be extra. Pretty beefy week.
It's stacked. It's a stacked week. You know, it's a lot of great games releasing. You feel me? So what released this week is Astro and Susie Go to the Beach for the PS5, Brick Firewall _ for the PS5, PS4, Gnome's Garden Return of the Queen for the PS5, PS4, Power Wash Simulator for PS5, PS4. Bari, you picked this up too, right?
This weekend too. I'm
Yo,
gonna play that this weekend.
I'm gonna pick it up. That's one like I don't really like these simulator games like that, but this Power Wash Simulator, because I watch a lot of Power Wash like lawn care videos.
Yeah,
like I love watching those types of videos. So Power Wash Simulator is definitely a simulator that I'm gonna buy and play, and absolutely. Then we got Raiden,
about to be the best Power Wash guy there is. You know what I mean? That's what we do.
with the best lisp.
Sir.
And then we got Raiden 4 Mikado Remix for the PS5, PS4. We got SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake for the PS4. We've got Seasons for the PS5, PS4. We've got Stray Light for the PS4. We Were Here Forever for the PS5, PS4. Albasit Warrior for the PS5, PS4. We got Bavaron for the PS5. We got Football Manager 2023 for the PlayStation 5. We got
ain't that coming to VR too, the Football Manager? I'm pretty sure it is, man. All it is pretty much you're like the GM, or you're like the coach or whatnot that's setting up stuff.
I don't remember seeing this in VR.
I think it is coming, or it was on VR. Matter of fact, go ahead. My bad.
Then we got Rhythm Sprout for the PS5, PS4. We got Arcade Archives Philios for the PS4. We got Braves Rage. There's no console here, but I'm assuming probably PS4. Then we got Chef.
they missed that part. It's like, yo, this job is heavy on us, man.
Then we got Chef Life, a restaurant simulator for PS5, PS4. We got
Fit getting that.
What, Chef Life?
Yo, Fit be on them simulator games,
yeah,
bro.
You know. I remember I was watching him playing House Flipper, which it looked pretty cool. Then we got a Puzzle Bobble 2X, Bust a Move 2 Arcade Edition, and Puzzle Bobble 3 Bust a Move 3S Tribute for the PS4. Damn, that's a long name.
Getting a review.
They trying to trip you up with these names this week, man. What's going on with this?
Yo, you know what I'm noticing too? A lot of games that were like previewed at like these, Summer Games Fest and some of the State of Plays, they actually they came out this week. Seasons and this other game right here, Deliverance Mars. Those are games that were shown at those shows.
Yeah, shout out to Deliverance from Mars for the PS5, PS4. Exit Man Deluxe for the PS4. Fashion Police Squad for the PS5, PS4.
Oh, that came out?
Yep.
Oh my god!
Bari, we need your review right away.
Absolutely.
And then we got Elemental War for the PS5, PS4. Helveti for the PS4. Off-Road Moto Bike for the PS4. Pets at Work for the PS5, PS4. And last but not least, Seed of Life for the PlayStation 5. Pretty interesting week come the releases, man. All right, man. So now we in the spotlight portion of the show. And for those
before we get to spotlight, Persona, just want to remind people that we're doing a God of War giveaway right now. There's actually 1 minute left for you to do this giveaway. So type in !WUPS Nation in the chat. We got 4 people that have signed up so far. Sorry, those 4 people. I know you probably mad at me reminding people, but 4 people sign up right now. Type it in, !WUPS Nation in caps. My bad.
Facts.
Hopefully I didn't break up there.
No, you good. And so now, man, we in the spotlight portion of the show. And for those who don't know, the spotlight is where me and Bari and our special guest this week, DC, will give you a game or games if we decide to break the rules that we think y'all should check out, right? It could be a brand new game. It could be an old game. It could be a game from your childhood. It could be a game that hasn't been released yet. The purpose of the spotlight is just to spotlight games that we think you, the community, should check out. So starting with you, DC, special guest for this week, man. DC, bro, man, what is your spotlight game of the week? And are you gonna break the rules?
I don't know. I might. My spotlight game definitely is going to be Monster Hunter Rise. I love that game. I've run some great hunts with a lot of people in the community already. The multiplayer is great, so if you need help on your hunts or anything like that, hit me up. I'm always down to run that. And I'm definitely breaking the rules. My second spotlight game is going to be Spider-Man 2. I'm really excited for that. It's coming later this year. They're starting to press. We might be getting some news soon, so that's always exciting.
That man broke the rules, Bari. I love it. A rebel
Out here, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Monster Hunter Rise is definitely a great game, and me and DC definitely ran some hunts, and very, very fun, very, very fun game. Loving it on the PlayStation 5. And Spider-Man 2, I mean, y'all already saw my tweet. Was it this week or this week? Spider-Man 2 easily sells 20 million. I mean, we're going to talk about sales later. Everybody's topic that they hate, but still talk about it anyway. Why are you talking about sales? When, you don't work for the company. You don't have any stocks in the company, so why are you talking about sales? We're going to be talking about it.
No fact.
Bari, what is your spotlight game for the week? And are you going to break the rules?
I'm absolutely gonna break the rules, man, because the vibes. I am a rebel. You know what I mean? If you get a fade, I get a mohawk. Huh? You know what I mean? I do the opposites. Okay. If you wear a t-shirt, I'm wearing a hoodie. Okay. I'm a rebel out here, so I'm breaking the rules. So these are my spotlight games for this week, man. First and foremost, I gotta talk about Forspoken, man. I gotta talk about Forspoken. This completed the game yesterday.
Are we getting a WUPS mini review from you? Let me mute up. Go ahead, Bari.
It's not going to be like a review or anything like that, but that's like a short mini review. I don't want everybody to know we've been hyped for Forspoken. We've been talking about this game for months upon months, and critically, it didn't live up to the hype. For as far as like the game industry or whatnot. But for my own personal, score and things like that, it definitely lived up to everything that I wanted this game to be. So on a short review wise, I gave it a 9 out of 10. And I love this game. I loved Frey Holland, the character. I love the world, Athia. I love how deep and engaging the story is and how deep the lore of the game is. Like that world, Athia in itself, the lore of that world is amazing and deep. You know what I mean? There's a good, nice, complex story as far as like a twist to the story that catch you on a surprise, or you can catch certain things, depending on how you listen into, certain characters and whatnot. But overall, man, I really love the game. And then one thing I want to talk about is the combat. By far, some of the most fun gameplay I've experienced this generation. It is up there with like Returnal, Tales of Arise, Miles Morales for me. And when it comes to like fun factor as far as gameplay, like I can play this game forever and ever. Like it's this nonstop stuff that you can do and constantly learning. You know what I mean? Even when you beat the game, you're getting new spelling abilities to add another layer to what you already know. Like the game is low key fire, man. Like I am loving the hell out of Forspoken. We're going to definitely platinum this game, hopefully tonight. But yeah, I already put like about 80 some hours, almost 90 hours into the game. Playing it on hard mode, definitely a challenging game, for sure. But overall, I think if people go into it and play it, you're going to have a very, very fun time. Take your time to learn the spells, to master certain spells, to enhance the spells and things like that. Whatever you get your own flow and all that stuff, I promise you the game is going to click. It's very, very surprising to me that You know, a lot of people can love like lore and like Souls games and how, you know, the story of the game is told by you seeking out certain things. Forspoken gives that as well. And they do it as good as like a Souls game. You know what I mean? And I'm surprised that, you know, a lot of reviews didn't even go into that aspect or even talk about that aspect. On a gameplay standpoint, a lot of people even go into that, but people want to focus in. It does have its cons. It's not a perfect game. I definitely spoke about the cons as far as like I hate the fact that, you know, after a major story beat, you get this pause where you're talking to Cuff and you can't move around. You know, like a typical PlayStation game, you have that story talk or conversation, but you can still move around and engage within the game. It just totally stops you. The cutscene transitions, I feel like, is a weird thing because this game is a PlayStation 5 game and it takes advantage of everything the PlayStation 5 does, the SSD, the activity cards, the trophy tracking, all that stuff. And sometimes when you get into those transitions, it's just weird to see, oh, you want me to transition outside of a door where this game can load in like not even a second. You know what I mean? If you fast travel from like the furthest point to the east in this game and you go to the furthest point to the west, you legit go there in like a second or less than a second. But in this cutscene, you're telling me that you gotta fade to black and load it to the next scene where you enter a conversation. The same thing that Days Gone did, which I felt like that was weird and it threw me off. But overall, to keep it short, I don't know, I'm not keeping it short, but this game is just an amazing game, and I promise you're going to enjoy it. You're going to love it. You know, I understand people look forward to reviews to help them guide to play a game, but I'll be honest with you, this is one that the reviewers, I don't know what the fuck they was thinking. This game is just low-key fun. At the end of the day, we want to play a good game that's fun, and the story is engaging, and this is what this game offers, yo. Some of the best gameplay that you play this generation, hands down, guaranteed. Bari stamp of approval for sure. The next game I'm going to highlight is Theater Rhyme, The Final Bar. I wasn't really anticipating this game until I played the demo. And if you are a Final Fantasy fan, this game is like your fan service of everything you love, especially for the music wise of things. It also got a cool little battle system as far as like rhythm and rhyme. You know, I know a lot of people like rhythm games now, especially like Hi-Fi Rush coming out. There you go right here. If you're a Final Fantasy fan, definitely go and play the Final Bar. It is a super, super fun game. The music sound good. They got a little remix to the music and stuff like that. The art style looks amazing. It is just, if you're a Final Fantasy fan, this is your dream game here as far as just like the culmination of all the music and things like that, man. So I really, really enjoy my demo time with this game. And the last game I'm going to highlight here, Persona, is Monster Hunter Rise. You know what I mean? I was like, I know I'm playing Forspoken, but if I remember correctly, like every Monster Hunter game, the tutorials is long as hell. Let me knock that joint out the way. And so when I get back into the game, I can just you know, omit all of that stuff because I did it already. And yeah, booted up Monster Hunter Rise. The game look amazing. It's running great. Like it makes the Switch version look like yeah. Let me not talk about the Switch here, but jeez, man, I put a lot of time into the Switch version of Monster Hunter Rise. Doing this stuff again, I would kind of wish that, you know, that stuff would transfer over, but it is what it is. But yo, the performance on the PlayStation 5 and how the game looks, it was definitely one of the best looking Switch games. And that transition over here, the Unreal Engine, not Unreal Engine, the RE engine, in my personal opinion, is like one of the best engines in gaming currently. And it shows it here with Monster Hunter Rise as well. So, you know, hope I'm gonna get into Monster Hunter Rise for sure. But like I said, I just want to platinum not Persona, but Forspoken first. But yeah, I'm just gonna highlight those three games, man. Sorry to take so long, but yo, Forspoken you're gonna hear a lot from me when it comes to that game because there's still stuff I'm learning. There's still stuff that I'm doing with that game, and it's just mad fun, man. But yeah, those three games right there.
Hey man, those are great games. You know, definitely a good list of games to check out that the community should be looking at.
I promise you, Persona. I don't know if you downloaded the demo to the Final Bar yet. Yo, download that demo and play it, bro. Yo, it's gonna hit you. It's gonna hit your soul, bro. It's gonna because certain music is there, and the demo's short, but it's not like everything. But you know they're gonna have all those things. And if you just love the music of Final Fantasy, and also the gameplay is engaging too, man. So definitely don't sleep on it. My bad though. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Probably during the week though, because again, forspoken. But for me, guys, man, my spotlight game for the week, and I'm absolutely going to be breaking the rules. So for me, my first spotlight for this week is actually going to be something that I've spotlighted quite a bit last year. And Bari DC, I think y'all know where I'm getting at with this. Boy, yes, I am talking about that God of War Ragnarok. Absolutely. God of War Ragnarok.
I'm a close to entries right now. But go ahead.
God of War Ragnarok, one of my top 3 games of last year. And it's still like, it's breaking records, which we're going to talk about later, but this is such a great game, such a fun story. And we had the goddess herself, Freya, aka Danielle Basudi, on the show a couple weeks ago. So it's just so great to see the success of the game and everyone playing it and supporting it. So, this is a game that I definitely want y'all to check out if you haven't already. It's a great game. I love this game so much. I can't wait for that new game plus, because we definitely going back into there with that new game plus, and we definitely gonna be playing. We're gonna be playing live streaming Give Me God of War mode on New Game Plus. So definitely, y'all not gonna want to miss that, man. So God of War Ragnarok, first game. The second game that I'm actually gonna talk about is a game that I am highly anticipating, especially after seeing this new gameplay. And I am talking about Wild Hearts, man. Wild Hearts is a game that it's made by the Tokenin devs. If you guys haven't played Tokenin, it's made by those developers. But this is definitely a pretty different take from how they normally do their games. With this game, this is more so centered around like you can actually build things now within this game. It's kind of like a mixture of Fortnite. I don't want to say like 100% Fortnite, but the build aspect that you may have grown accustomed to with Fortnite, this has something like that, where there's certain things that you can build while you're combating against monsters, to be able to kind of like, shield yourself if you need to heal or if you need to reload, or there's different traps and stuff like that you can build. And, Wild Hearts is a game, especially with this new Golden Tempest gameplay that we're looking at here. This definitely sold it for me, man, especially with the cannon. This cannon is looking like what I'm going to be going for the most outside of the big sword, pause. But this cannon, man, watching this cannon gameplay and seeing him shoot goddamn laser beams at him, I was like, yo, this is my type of gameplay, man. I'm liking this. So you see he built like a little shield between him and the monster so that he can protect himself to heal real quick. And I love Monster Hunter, so a game like that, and I love Tokenin as well. I thought Tokenin was a great game. Tokenin 1 and Tokenin 2. I thought those games were cool.
Facts,
so
bro.
So this is definitely something that I'm gonna want to support and play. So this is absolutely a day one for me personally. So yeah, Wild Hearts is my second game that I definitely want people to like pay attention to. This game comes out, I believe February 17th. Yeah, February 17th. This game drops. So it's coming out fairly soon. So definitely make sure you guys check it out. They're supposed to be releasing a demo as well, I believe, for this game. So you might be able to. I think so. I've seen something about that. But we'll see.
The movement is always more. I don't want to say fluid because Monster Hunter movement is fluid, but it's just more faster. And
it's fast. It's more arcadey. I guess. Yeah. It's definitely, especially with this dude with the cannon. He's schmoving. He's schmoving. Yeah, this cannon, like, as soon as I seen this cannon gameplay, I was like, oh yeah, this is my weapon.
Man got a Fortnite mode out here. Okay.
This is my weapon right here. This cannon absolutely is my weapon. What
kind of stuff you can build and stuff like that? Because that was kind of crazy.
Yeah. So
look at that sword, bro. Oh yeah, I'm doing my man Baiko.
So yeah, cool. To answer your question, DC. So there's different types of things that you can build. So like you saw with the wall thing, that's something you can build. Another thing that you could build is like a healing well type of thing, where it would heal you and the team. But you can also build like traps. So like there's like this hammer trap that you can build that'll knock them out or knock them on the head or whatever. And I know there's a couple of other ones, because if you look at this gameplay, they had like some of the different button combinations that you can use to build certain things within the game. So yeah, this is different. This is definitely a game that I really want to like dive into and really really put a lot of time into, man. So this, Wild Hearts is a game I definitely want people to check out and play. Bari, I think this sword here, the last weapon that we're seeing here,
you already know.
This is your weapon, because it goes from a katana to a great sword.
A big, great sword.
So I'm like, that's Bari. When I first seen this gameplay, I was like, yeah, that's Bari's weapon right there. The katana great sword combo, that's Bari's weapon, 100%. So Bari know me and Bari gonna be on this heavy, and whoever else want to pull up. So Wild Hearts is definitely the second game, and then my last spotlight game. I'm just gonna reiterate. I'm not gonna take too much time because Bari said a lot of what I feel when it comes to Forspoken. But one thing I will say is, Forspoken really is, and I get it, guys, man. Listen, everybody, reviews are very sensationalized, and people get hung up on that stuff. I get that stuff, man, and it is what it is with that. I'm not here to really argue about that, but what I'm going to say is, when it comes to Forspoken, this is a diamond in the rough. It really is a game that I truly believe, if people just really sit down and put time into it, I'm telling you, it is a game you are going to love. Just the gameplay alone for this game, Forspoken, is incredible, man. I'm blown away. Right now, we're going into year 3 of this new generation, and this game is absolutely in my top 3 games of the year when it comes to gameplay. When I'm speaking strictly of gameplay, the gameplay for this game is top tier, man. I love the gameplay for this game. The story is really great. There was some certain frame issues that I did experience, especially fighting the last boss. I got some frame issues, but all in all, my experience with Forspoken was really solid, really fun. It's addictive, man. Just doing the different combos with the spells and learning different things and trying to do different setups and all this other stuff. It's so fun. The world is so beautiful. No loading. The world is because there's 5 different areas: Junon, Vestoria, Avolet, I forgot Sila's area. Oh, Praenost, and then Sapal. And man, this world is Vestoria. I said that. Yeah, I said Vestoria. This world is so beautiful, man. I love Forspoken. I love this game. I love this game so much. Especially playing it on the DualSense Edge. It's so great.
That's real talk. That's a fact, bro. The DualSense Edge definitely plays the way how you approach this game, because you can do so much more. That's not taking your finger off of the right thumbstick, dashing and jumping and all that stuff, man. It's an amazing game.
Yep. So yeah, those are my 3 spotlights, guys. Definitely, check it out if you guys are interested, and let us know in the chat and in the comments, man. What are y'all spotlight games for this week, man? We'd love to hear it. Love to see it. But all right, man, let's move on. Real quick, man. DC, you got the DualSense Edge as well, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we'll start with you, man. Real quick, man. Just give us your quick thoughts on the DualSense Edge. It's been a week, right? So, I'm pretty sure you've put a lot of time into it as well. So start us off, man. DualSense Edge review, man. How you feeling?
Man, I love it. It feels premium. The extra grip on the back, you can really feel it every time you grab the controller. The addition of the back buttons seems pretty cool. I'm using the little, what do you call it? Not the paddles, but the other ones. Those feel a little bit better to me. Yeah, because the way I hold the controller, if I had the paddles on, they kind of get in the way if I'm actually gripping the controller. So I just had little wedge buttons on there. For Call of Duty, being able to adjust the triggers has been pretty big. I was going crazy last night. I have a clip I'm about to post of a game. I was 70 and 20 on shipment. Just being able to adjust the triggers has been life-changing. Being able to change the sensitivity without having to really change too much. I changed it from standard to quick, and I noticed I was able to aim better. So yeah, the controller's been great for COD. I'm big on playing 2K, and one of my friends, he always gets mad because I never remember which button it is that he is on the court. So I have custom profiles for that game set up, where I have 6 different profiles depending on where he's at on the court. So that helps a lot. Changing profiles is quick. It's great. I just love it. I could go on and on about it, but yeah, that's my quick little review of it.
That's what's up. Would you recommend a controller to like people who are new to like pro controllers? Do you think it's a good entry point?
I would say yes, because it's actually my first pro controller, and it's been quick and easy to understand. The second you even turn it on, they give you a little quick tutorial on, hey, this is how you change the profile, this is how you do this. If you want to change this is where you go. They do a good job introducing all the features to you. They even make you, like, I think, put in the back button the first time you put it in, just to make sure you understand, hey, this is what this controller does. So even if you're new to having a pro controller, they do a good job of introducing all those features to you.
Yeah, yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. Bari, what about you, man? What's your thoughts on the DualSense Edge, man? How you feeling about it? It's been a week, and would you recommend it to newcomers?
Best fucking controller ever. That's my fucking review. My bad, I bleep myself out. But nah, yo, really and truly, this is the best controller ever. As PlayStation controller ever, due to the fact and how quick and easy it is to customize it, and quick and easy it is to get into your profiles and switch them. Everything that DC said, 100% correct in it. Like when it comes to like third person view type games, I definitely use the buttons, but when it comes to like a first person shooter like COD, I use the paddles for sure, because just the way how I set my hand up when I play a first person shooter. But yeah, I like the buttons a lot, because I can place my finger on top of it and it won't move unless I really press it. You know what I mean? So it's like a finger holder as well, like a placement holder for me. When I'm playing like a game like Forspoken or whatnot, when I need to press it, you know what I mean, and click it, it's very responsive. But yeah, this controller is everything I love about a pro controller, plus more, just due to the fact that everything is done on the console. And you can't beat that, man. You don't have to go over to the PC to set things up. You can set everything up right there, and it's easy. You know what I mean? You can, while you're playing a game, let's say you want to change your dead zone settings really quickly, you can do that right there, and it would just, everything would adjust, everything would save, and boom, right there back into the game. Like it's really really dope, man. The only thing I have like flaw wise with the controller, and that's just due to the color. You know what I mean? This is something that when you play, you definitely have to keep this thing clean. You know what I mean? Wipe it down every time you play it, clean it up. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do. If you got like one of those monster, cloth rag things, and I mean, make sure you wipe the controller down or whatnot. I do like the fact that you can quickly swap out the stick modules as well, which is really great. I love this control so much that, like Persona, I got two of them. You know what I mean? I got two of them, and one of them is going to be more like a collective kind of thing, or probably make it like a primary first person shooter, and all my profiles for first person shooters on that one. And this one is like exclusive PlayStation games and whatnot. But yeah, I love it a lot. I like the case as well. You can quickly charge your stuff. Like say, you leave your controller is on one bar or whatnot, and you're done playing, you can pretty much pop that little part, that part there down, the Velcro strap, and then plug the controller, plug the charger in, and charge the controller right in the case. The fact it got a really long like braided USB cable as well. Like I don't know how long it is, but it's the longest I ever seen PlayStation add a USB cable to their stuff. Normally PlayStation will add like the little 3-foot joints, but this one is like super like long, which
I think
is great.
It's 9 feet.
Oh, it's 9 feet. Okay, so yeah, which is great, man. So yeah, like overall Persona, man, I like the feel of the controller. I do like the grip, the texture grip, on the trigger. Each trigger have like a little textured PlayStation etch grip in there, and also on where the long part of the stick is, where you hold it, it got like a little padded grip area there, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love the controller a lot, man. There's no real complaints about the controller. And I do like the textures of the face button and the D-pad. It feel like it's a little bit grippier than the original DualSense. Not saying like it's a complete like overhaul or anything like that, but whatever material that they use there, I just feel like my finger don't slide as quickly as the original DualSense does. But yeah, I highly recommend it. $200. I think the price is fair for what it offers. Because this is a premium PlayStation DualSense controller. You do get a lot of stuff with it, and it's easy to set up. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely think it's worth it. If you guys are looking for a pro controller, J Bar stamp of approval for sure on this controller.
Facts. Yeah, just to answer the question of what I recommend this, absolutely, and I'm not just saying that because, it's a PlayStation thing. I'm someone that has used a great number of pro controllers through my gaming life so far, ever since the PlayStation 3 generation with Scuff, Mad Cats, recently, with the Astro C40 for the PlayStation 4, I had that controller. I bought this Victrix Pro BFG controller. I've used that quite a bit. And then Scuff, like I said, I've been using Scuffs for a long time. So I'm pretty well versed when it comes to pro controllers and the quality and how good or how bad one might be. And when it comes to this DualSense Edge, I already think the DualSense Edge ergonomically is a very well-made controller. So it feels very comfortable in the hands. And one of the things that I applaud PlayStation for doing is actually maintaining that ergonomic DualSense feel and just adding on to it. Like, the form factor and all that isn't changed. It's not more bulkier. It's not that much heavier than a regular DualSense controller. The only major difference that you'll notice is just that now you have the ability to put back paddles or back buttons on the back of the controller so that you can have extra buttons to press, if you're depending on what game you're playing. I think that stuff is a welcomed addition, but also, integrating, and this is something, again, this is very smart of PlayStation to do because there's a lot of pro controllers that don't have this feature, and the ones that do have it are tied to PC, right? And the feature that I'm talking about is being able to really get real precise with how you want to upgrade the controller. So, for example, the dead zones on the analog sticks, the dead zones on the triggers, how far or how close you want to press or how long you want to press the trigger before it reacts and things like that. Being able to tweak those things on a pro controller, you can really only do it. That's really only tied to a PC app. So again, like with the Astro C40, that's what it's tied to. With the Victrix Pro BFG controller, they have an app on PC. But with PlayStation, the fact that they tied that into PlayStation itself, I think that's a great addition because it's seamless. It's a seamless interaction where you just plug the controller in, it recognizes that it's an Edge controller, and it walks you through the steps, which I think is great. But again, also being able to tweak those things all on the PlayStation, that stuff is pivotal. You get what I'm saying? Especially for someone who might not necessarily want to have to, plug it in here, do this, do that, whatever. So shout out to PlayStation with that. Another thing is, and I believe Bari said it, but I'm just going to reiterate. The DualSense controller, the DualSense regular, not the Edge, the DualSense controller, it's a very premium feeling controller. So when I say this, I'm not trying to take a dig at the DualSense because DualSense is a premium feeling controller. But holding and playing with the Edge, it feels a bit more premium. It's hard to explain, and because it's a little bit heavier, right? And it's got like slightly. It's not super duper heavier, but it's definitely heavier. But it also like the buttons and everything. I don't know. It just feels a little bit more premium. And maybe it's just me in this honeymoon phase, because, we got the controller. So it doesn't really have that wear and tear that we all tend to give when it comes to really playing hardcore with the controller. But playing COD, I did a stream last week, walking through the setup and playing some games with it, like Forspoken, Monster Hunter, COD. COD is like, again, I think first person shooters is like the best, especially Call of Duty, more specifically a COD. I think personally is the best game to test a controller like this to see how good it is, because COD being like a twitch shooter and you having to do jump shots, or at least the way I play, jump shot and strafing and doing all these other things that I do, that's how I can test to see if a controller really is good. And playing with the DualSense Edge, this thing is, y'all saw the stream for those that watch, but man, this controller is awesome, man. I really, really love this controller. I highly recommend it for someone who's looking for something a little bit more.
What curve settings are you using for COD?
Quick.
Oh, quick. Okay.
Yeah, quick.
On both.
So that I'm able to strafe quicker as well.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I use the same thing as well. I have to test out the other ones too, because I think there's like two more. that's like set for like first person shooters, but it's more like for sniping and like precision aiming. But I do like the quickest because I can turn on people mad quick on the quick set.
The thing about this is you don't even have to adjust it in game anymore for games like Battlefield. If you play a bunch of different games, having to go into settings each time, you can just adjust it on the controller and you're good to go.
Yep. 100%.
It's all right there through the console. It's perfect, and you can tweak it just so perfectly that it's gonna be like that for all the games that you're playing with, because it's baked into the system itself and not necessarily going from game to game again, which makes life a lot easier for gamers. The last thing I'll talk about before we move on really quickly is the back paddles, right? I didn't use the back buttons because that's just not my jam. I'm a back paddles guy. And one of the things I was worried about is that the back paddles would have been too sensitive because I got big hands. So, you know, I'm a grip that motherfucker. I'm a grip that. You feel me? And with the back paddles for this, they got it so perfect. Guys, y'all don't understand, man. It's a button press and the back paddles are metal. So it feels premium. Your fingers are not, it's like this grippy metal texture. So my fingers are not slipping off the paddles, right? It's rested real nicely. And the press that you have to do is hard enough, pause, to where you would have to dedicate to the press so you wouldn't be accidentally pressing the back paddles if you gripped it a little bit, right? I love that. So, you know, I definitely...
You bring up a great point with that because, like, I was going back and forth for, like, the Scuff and the DualSense Edge. And I'm not saying the Scuff is a bad controller or not, but it feels more like a toy due to the materials and, you know, how creaky it can be. With a DualSense, everything it's nothing creaky about it. And the paddles is as good as the Scuff, but the Scuff is like a plasticky thing. Where the DualSense that premium metal and like it feels better, it feels good. You know what I mean? So I agree with you with that 100%.
Yeah. So I'm loving the controller, guys. And then playing Forspoken with it. Oh man, I whoever's not playing Forspoken with like a pro controller, you missed out on the experience, man. It's too good, man. It's too good. But I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. I think it's a great controller. If you're somebody that's in the market for a pro controller and you're not sure what to get, I say try the DualSense Edge. It's the cheapest out of a lot of these options. You know, I paid like $275 for the Scuff Reflex. I paid $250 for this Victrix Pro. I paid almost $300 for the Astro C40 back there at PS4 Gen. For $200, you're getting a lot here. I definitely think it's a great starting point, and honestly, I don't think you'll be disappointed. So yeah, it gets the WUPS seal of approval.
100%, man.
But all right, man. You know, let's move on real quick and keep it up with tradition, Bari.
Let's do the giveaway.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Yeah, do the giveaway.
So the winner of the giveaway, here is it live. The winner is Philip K. Shout out to my man Philip K, man, winning God of War Ragnarok. Philip, just DM me on Twitter. And JBar _ on Twitter, and I'll send you that code. Big shout out to Rec Room of Demons once again for sponsoring the God of War Ragnarok giveaway. And shout out to Philip for winning the giveaway. Hopefully Philip is there. Let's wait for his response. You know, Streamlabs, let me know. But yeah, go ahead, Persona. You know,
shout out to my boy Philip K, man. Definitely congrats to that, man. Enjoy that, brother. But yeah, man, moving on, man. Keeping up with the tradition of how we do things here on WUPS during the course of the series, you know, being live. We're going to be doing our episode 3 review of The Last of Us, and I gotta tell y'all, man. We're gonna be quick here. We're not gonna spend it because this could spiral into a long ass conversation that would take up the whole show. So we're not gonna be super duper long winded here, but you know, it is something that me and Bari are doing every week, is reviewing last week's episode or that week's episode of Last of Us. And I gotta be honest, man, the conversations I've been hearing this week, man, the community is definitely split on this. DC, I want to start with you, bro, man. Last of Us episode 3 of the HBO series, man. What's your thoughts on it? How you feeling? What score would you give it? You know, talk to us, man.
Yeah, so that episode, I probably gave it an 8 out of 10. I like that they kind of dived into a little bit of the backstory of Bill and why he was there. It was quite the departure from the game. I know a lot of people were kind of upset about how Ellie didn't actually get to meet Bill or anything like that. But yeah, for me, it was just 8 out of 10. I ain't gonna dive too much into the episode. It was, I mean, it was just all right to me.
Okay, that's fair.
I can get the community discourse though, for sure.
Yeah. I get it as well. Like, I definitely understand. Bari, Bari. Hey, yo, man, listen. I've heard you've gone to war, bro. I've heard your debates with a lot of people. Shout out to Court and shout out to Sick.
Oh, man, Court.
Hey, yo, look, Bari, talk to us, man.
If you guys want to hear a nice debate, definitely go to my man Sick Humor channel. No Cap Podcast, and check out his previous live stream where we was having a nice discussion about it, a little back and forth debate. Court, that's my bro right there. So the back and forth, me and Court, we have done that many of years and many of times. So I know who I was talking to, so I know Court not taking it no sensitive or nothing like that.
Hold up.
Know how we get now.
Hold up. Hey, yo, Kratos 99. Holy, look at the chat, Bari.
Yo,
holy
Kratos.
Shit. I'm seeing red.
Oh.
It's my favorite color.
Yo, Kratos, what are you doing, bro?
Yo, this guy. Hey, yo, Kratos, man. Hey, yo, man, we appreciate you, bro.
He said he don't want to hear Bari's thoughts on episode 3. Here this 200.
Yo, Sean, let me get to super chats real quick. Yo, Jimmy Harrison, appreciate you for super chat. He says, Persona, I'm with you. Wild Hearts is fire. What's up, brothers? Yo, Jimmy, appreciate you rocking out, man. And Wild Hearts is definitely fire. And Viper Reese, man, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, going from the DualSense to the DualSense Edge is like going from a Mercedes to a Bugatti. It's like feeling a premium steering wheel. That's actually a great comparison because a Mercedes is a quality car as well. So it's just the Bugatti is just a step above. But they both still in that quality department.
Bugatti, but I get.
Well, no, but you get what I'm saying. Like you know.
Yeah,
and then shout out to Kratos 99 with the big boy. Hey man, listen, that get a trophy, man. That gets a trophy. All right, you get a couple extra trophies, man. Shout out to Kratos, man, for the big boy $200 super chat. It says, what y'all guys think about PlayStation doing marketing around the world? Is a PlayStation showcase coming sooner than we thought? Kratos, you getting ahead of us, brother. That's at the top of the list. We definitely gonna talk about that. I promise, Kratos.
Kratos saw the show outline.
He saw the show outline. That's a fact. But go ahead, Bari, man. Give us your review of episode 3 of Last of Us.
Yeah, shout out to you guys, man. The super chats, we appreciate it. But yeah, my overall thoughts on episode 3. I felt like the episode was a weak episode when it comes to the original source material, the video game. Overall, what they're doing with the TV show, I get what they're doing. And it makes sense of what they're doing. But at the end of the day, it is something based off of a video game. And one of my favorite sections in the video game is Bill's Town and what you have to, go through in Bill's Town. And Bill is always a beloved character as well, just due to how he is and how he interacts with Joel and, Ellie. And the fact that we didn't get any of that, any comparisons of the video game, I felt like was a missed opportunity. And the character itself, I know a lot of people was praising the backstory of the character, but it's not the character that we know. That's not Bill. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, regardless of what the backstory is, that's not Bill. So I know a lot of people is appreciating the backstory, but it's a completely different character of what we know of. We can't say the same thing when it comes to Ellie. We can't say the same thing when it comes to Joel because they are based and they are a part of the video game. You know what I mean? Even though we are getting backstories and, fill in the blanks on certain things within the TV show, it is still based off the video games as far as the character portrayals and characteristics. This episode did not do any of that when it came to Bill. So I don't know who the fuck that was. That's not Bill. I understand the love story. I understand what they was trying to do, but that is not what anybody that have played the game is expecting and pretty much wanted. And I know a lot of people I know a lot of people feel the same way that I'm feeling, but they're not going to really say that out loud. But yeah, that episode right there is definitely not what we were anticipating and what we actually wanted for the episode. Not saying that it was a horrible episode, but it's definitely not what we wanted. Missing the interaction with Bill and Ellie and Joel, complete miss in my opinion, and just the overall sacrificing, telling a love story. than actually continuing what you have built in episode 1 and 2. I felt like that the execution of that was a big miss because they went with more of the love story of telling for these two characters rather than episodes 1 and 2. They set up how dangerous this tendril system could be. You know what I mean? This was the debate that me and Court and other people in the chat was having. Is the fact that the game, I mean, the TV show has set up that this fungus can spread, and it can spread very rapidly and fast, right? The fact that it can live in a human being, even when it's infected for multiple days, like they showed in episode 2 in the beginning when the examiner was examining it, and it was still living inside after 3 days of this person being dead, and it was growing when she picked up the tonsils, and it was still growing on the tonsil, and that's why she dropped it. The fact that this man had been living in this town for 20 years, and the show shows you that he only encountered one infected, which I know for sure, if we was being realistic when it comes to the show, there was much more infected that you probably encountered or probably traps that set off to kill. And these infected are dying on the ground. You know what I mean? Where the fungus can grow as well, can survive on the ground. And I'm pretty sure that it can connect with each other from one infected to another, you know, within the lore of what the TV show is telling. So I just feel like they try to make this utopia for Bill, regardless on how well protected Bill's town was from the video game. It still wasn't 100% fortified. There was still, you know, infected getting in there. There was still clickers and all that stuff around there. Even though he was well defended, they still surpassed because this is a wild spread pandemic. And I feel like they missed that opportunity to further expand upon what they have set up in episode 1 and 2. Because in my opinion, from what everybody's saying, people saying, oh, it's not that populated. It can't really grow because they got to have this hive or whatnot. But yo, you kind of lose the fear that they are setting up with the tendrils, like they showed when Joel killed the one infected in episode 2 at the end, and the fungus grew out from the ground, from the cement to the infected, and you know, pretty much, you know, connected itself to the big hive or the big horde of infected that's coming to, you know, to kill Tess and whatnot. And I feel like something like that could happen as well when it comes to surrounding Billstown. You know what I mean? Because you already showed that there. But I'm not saying that it got to be a whole horde of people or a horde of infected, but you telling me that this thing is just perfectly fortified with this, you know, 10-foot metal fence. You know what I mean? And then not only that, we also have the raiders, you know, humans. I'm pretty sure humans in the past 20 years have came across this place and all that stuff. And even the action portion of the show was just weak. You got this man that is so paranoid and defensive that he's out there in the street with no cover to shooting against other people. It just looked horrible because you're so focused on telling this love story. Everything execution-wise from The Last of Us fear and setup, it was just not properly done in this episode. So I gave it a 6 out of 10. And yeah, that's just my short review. That's a short review, to be honest with you.
Hey, I was gonna say
that's the Cliff Notes version.
That's the Cliff Notes. That's a fact.
That's the Cliff Notes. The real version, like I said, Go to Sick podcast. That was like a good, you know, 2 hour, 3 hour conversation. So go ahead and
man, that was the debate. You understand? Before I give my thoughts, I want to say this. Because I understand that pointing out the obvious, that, you know, obviously we know that Bill is gay. Like we all knew that in the game. You know, if you played Last of Us, especially as many times as I've played it, there was no doubt in my mind that there wouldn't be some sort of that in the show. But before I give my thoughts, I want to put the disclaimer that my issue is not with the love that was shared in the show, nor is it with his sexual orientation.
The thing is, Persona, we kind of understood and knew going into the episode that it was gonna, you know, divulge into that. They was gonna expand upon.
We knew that. No, we knew that.
We wanted the lead up to how Bill really is. That's not Bill. My bad.
Absolutely. And that's the road I'm going down. But, you know, I want to put the disclaimer out there because, you know how people can be and things like that. So I just want to make sure that that's understood, that there's no issue with the love that was shared. There's no issue from me, and I think it's safe to say anyone on this panel, with Bill's and Frank's love or sexual orientation or anything like that. There's no issues there whatsoever. I want to adamantly, vehemently state that. Okay. Now, going into this episode, I think we all knew that there would be an expression of Bill and Frank's love within this episode. I think we all knew that they were going to show that. I think we all knew that that was definitely going to be something that was spotlighted on this episode. No one, especially if you played the games, I don't think anyone knew that, didn't think that they would be spotlighting that to a degree. My thing, and this is what I've said time and time again, I have no issue with them showing the love, showing how they met and all those different things. I have no issues with that. I only think that it should not have been the entire episode. I feel like that stuff should have been cut down to maybe 30 minutes, because when you look at the time of the episode, the entire episode is an hour and 15 minutes. You get the good section. You get the section at the very beginning with Joel and Ellie in that whole not clicker, but stalker scene, which I like, and then, it transitions into like the to the past with, when he was explaining to her about the dead bodies and all that stuff. I like that lead up, and I like the lead up to Bill. Like, I like that start of Bill with him building his town, or as Bari would say, his block. That ain't no town, that's a block.
A block, bro.
I like all of that. The meaning of Frank and all that stuff is I thought they were on the right track. Expressing the love, how they fell in love and all that stuff, it's on the right track, right? But I just felt that some of the things that they were doing in the episode, it just didn't, I feel like some of that stuff could have been cut out or cut back to just like 30 minutes or so, just so that we could also get some of those interactions between Joel, Ellie, and Bill. Those are things that I would have liked to see. And I know people keep saying, oh, well, the game, it's not 1-to-1. It's not the game. I know that. I understand that. But this is still something that's based off of source material. And that source material is the game. And some of those things within the game, like the getting caught in the trap, right? And having to see Joel and Ellie work as a team to get him down to save his life, and him depending on Ellie to do that, and him protecting Ellie from the clickers and the stalkers and stuff like that. I thought that would have been a cool scene to see, right? Or again, the interaction. People keep saying, oh, well, interaction with Joel and with Ellie and Frank is not that big a deal. I think it is. You feel me? Because it's like a when you look at it in the game, it's like a father trying to calm his child down. And I think that that interaction is important, of them trying to, him saying like, look, this girl's going to get you killed and all these other things that's happening. I just think some of those other story moments from the game, I wish we would have gotten in this episode. Right. And then at the very end, again, I felt like when Joel and Ellie got there, I felt like it was The Price is Right. You get a car, Oprah show. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. The man left them.
Forget all the traps. Too.
Yeah, the man left them a whole care package, brother. The man left them a whole arsenal of guns and a goddamn juiced up car with a goddamn barrel. And I'm just like, that's not how it worked. I just wish they would have. I just wish it would have took a little bit more effort to get the car.
It's poorly executed, man. The focus was on the love story, which I'm not against, but there's certain things that you just didn't set up right. The traps, Joe haven't been there in years. How he know what every trap is? If he's fortifying and defending this place against infected and raiders, I'm pretty sure he added new traps between the years that he haven't seen, Bill. Mm-hmm. But all of a sudden, Joel and Ellie just mosey on down right to the front of the gate and punching the code like it was nothing. You know what I mean? It was like, what are you guys doing here, man?
Yeah,
Hopefully you pick it up next episode.
And it really did nothing to put. It felt like a bit of a filler, because it really does nothing to push the journey forward, except for this gifted car and arsenal. You get what I'm saying?
What they was doing is that they're giving Joel another motivation to carry Ellie where she need to go. They did that with Tess. Mm-hmm. They did it with episode 1 with a battery. Then they gave a emotional one with Tess, like, yo, do this. This is the last thing. I never asked you for nothing. And they did another emotional one with Bill saying that whatever it love or like, make sure you protect it. And he was aiming it for a test, but it applies to Ellie now in this situation. So I understand what the show was doing. It's just like certain execution and certain things that they did. I personally would like it to eventually lead up to what the game has delivered, especially when it came to Bill.
And then one of the biggest, in my opinion, with the school and the bloater. Like, I just feel like I wish we would have got some of those moments in this episode with maybe being partnered with Bill and Frank and having to fight the bloater and get through the school, and because the car could have still been there, but it'd be like, listen, I need a battery. The battery I had it's fried or whatever. We need to go here and get that. And that could have been a whole mission with him, Frank, Joel, and Ellie. And I again, I wouldn't have.
It's just one of the best best conversational pieces too, as far as like the delivery of the game. Ellie and how she is and how Bill is just like you just miss all of that. Like, I'm not saying everything has to be a 1-to-1, because we understood it's a TV show, and we understood that within the last 2 episodes. But at the end of the day, it still portrayed the characters how they were portrayed off the video game, just not this, because they wanted to tell this love story and they wanted to give Joel another motivational speech. So, or motivational push.
Push, yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. And for my score, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. 6.5 out of 10. So yeah, that's the review.
Yeah.
This week's episode look like it's gonna be crazy though, because they go out to get into the Raiders and the ambushers, and it look like it's gonna be a lot of shit going on. You feel me? So I can't wait for Sunday's episode. Yo, Kratos, man, appreciate you for the $100 super chat. Whoa, jeez, man. Kratos, man, he says, last one for the WUPS boys. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Yo, Kratos, we appreciate you, bro. Also, I see Christopher Hart. He's in the chat. Shout out to Christopher Hart, man. He recently just got married to Mrs. Hart, man. Yo, get the trophies, man. He found his player 2. We all out here trying to find our player 2. And Christopher Hart, he found his player 2. So congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Hart, man. We definitely love to see the love out here in the community, man. So shout out to y'all with that, man. Finding your player 2. Congrats, man.
Yeah, and the thing is too, in the chat we see what you guys are saying as well. I'm not saying that it needs to be a 1-to-1 to the game. There's obviously going to be separations from the game to the TV show, but the same application that you guys are saying that it's cool that they separated Bill and all that stuff. Can you apply that to Ellie? Can you apply that to Joel? I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys that's watching the show that have played the game, you will want Ellie to act like how Ellie acts from the video game, right?
Yep.
You want Joel to act like he acts like from the video game. If they went for a huge departure that they did with Bill, I'm pretty sure a lot of people's sentiments wouldn't be the same when it comes to the overall thoughts of the show, because you're not sticking to what of these characters. That's what I'm trying to imply here, or apply in my criticism of the episode 3.
Hey, yo, would you believe me if I told you we haven't even gotten to the news yet? It's 12:30. We just get to the news. Bari, DC, what's going on?
This is what happens when we take a break, though. When we take like a week break or whatnot, we tend to, have a longer show. But it is what it is. As long as people's having fun, we got 252 people in here watching, man. If you guys enjoying the show so far, hit the like button, because now we about to get amped up out here.
Yes, sir.
With this news.
So yeah, now we about to get into the news, man. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat. Like Bari said, man, we really appreciate y'all, man. So we're gonna start with our first bit of news, which is the PlayStation Plus news. So PlayStation Plus for monthly games for February was confirmed this week. And Bari, DC, the games that we can expect this week from the PlayStation Plus is Evil Dead, the game for the PS4, PS5, Ollie World for the PS4, PS5.
Hey, yo, I've been waiting for that. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you, Persona, man. I ain't even gonna hold you, man.
You that serious?
I was waiting for this Ollie game. I ain't even gonna hold you, man. I had it in my cart for a long time. I took it out.
Yeah.
And now that it's coming into Plus, I'm very happy about that, man. Very, very happy.
I forgot
Shout out to
why.
Court is the one. Court and Michi's the one that put me on to this Ali Ali game from the Vita days. This
comes from Vita.
This is how we knew each other for a long time. You know what I mean?
When the first Ali Ali game came out on Vita and PlayStation 4. Yeah, Ali Ali World. I forgot why I didn't pick this up. Something else was releasing like really big, around this time, and I ended up not buying this. But this definitely does look like a really cool game. I think that's a good get. And then Destiny 2 Beyond Light for the PS4, PS5. I'm saying though.
I know you happy.
I'm saying no. For my Destiny boys. No. The latest one that came out is the Witch Queen. This is the one prior to the Witch Queen. Beyond Light is the first
this is the
expansion.
Teaser. This is the teaser to get you up.
Yeah, this is the one prior to the Witch Queen expansion. The one that's coming out this month is Lightfall. So,
Oh, that's what confused me. Real talk, because the light. Yeah, you're okay. Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So the way the expansions work is Destiny 2 Beyond Light is when you first get your stasis powers and you go to a new world called Atropos, and your whole mission is to figure out why the witness you first learn about the witness and the darkness, the dark light, and all this other shit. It's a great story. And then the Witch Queen, which is the Witch Queen, which is the current expansion that we're in. This is when you find out about the Witch Queen, who is Savathun, who is the sister to Oryx. And for those who remember Oryx from the Taken King, and the Witch Queen has to do with pretty much you coming in contact with the witness or one of his disciples whose name is Rourke, and that's who you fight in the raid. Lightfall is going to be where the witness himself, the darkness, is now here, and we're actually going to be fighting both Callus, because he sided with the dark side, or sided with the witness. Callus.
On your feet or your hands?
No, Callus is the king of the Cabal, which are a war race that you are fighting. He was actually the first raid boss that you fought with in the beginning of Destiny 2 when it first released. So he turned to the darkness and partnered up with the witness, and so he's going to be the guy that we're going to be fighting in terms of the story and all that stuff. And then the raid is just going to be more. I think it might be another disciple of the witness, or it might be the witness, or that whole race itself. I can't remember. But yeah, so that's how the storyline goes. So Destiny Beyond Light, awesome. And then last but not least, Mafia Definitive Edition. I love this game. I love the Mafia games. I love the Mafia games.
It's the
remake.
The first game, right?
Yeah, it's the first game, but it's the remake. So it's the updated. I love the Mafia game. So the shooting in this is really rough. Like it's you're gonna have to use the lock on. You can't do free aim here. But Mafia, I love this game so much, man. I love it. So DC, how you feeling about this month, man? What score would you give this month?
I'd give this month probably an 8 out of 10. Ollie Ollie looks pretty interesting. Getting that Mafia Definitive Edition's pretty cool. I think Beyond Light, that should be a good little teaser before Lightfall comes out. So I see how they tried to time that up. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure about Evil Dead. I've actually never heard of that game, so I'm gonna look into it. But obviously, I'm gonna add it to the library, so in case I do want to play it later.
Yes, sir. Bari, how you feeling?
Yeah, very strong month. I think these games look amazing, or not amazing, but look great. Evil Dead, the game. I know I used to watch Sick. Play with like Link. That jump was hilarious streams. Shout out to my man Link. Where they gotta save my man Link out there. But it's pretty much like a PvP type of co-op type game. No, it's
like
not
back.
PvP,
It's like Back 4 Blood or
game.
something like that.
Yeah, like a Left 4 Dead type of mix with Friday the 13th type vibe. But Evil Dead, if you guys already know, classic movies and whatnot. So they have all the tropes from the movies and stuff into the game. It looks pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna be adding it to my library. Ali Ali is the one that I'm most anticipating here. To be honest with you, like a lot of games have came out, and I always was interested in the game, but I just never picked it up. But the fact that it's coming to Plus, definitely gonna be adding this one and downloading this one, because hey, why not? Let me use my, subscription, right? Destiny 2, I'm just so far gone when it comes to Destiny that, regardless on when I get into it, I'm just gonna be way, way behind. So I'm not.
Nah, it's not like that. Every time a new expansion comes out, the light levels significantly increases, and everybody starts at the same level. So if you were to jump in at Lightfall, everyone is starting at the same level.
I'm not talking about a light level. I'm talking about like guns and weapons. And
the same thing with same thing with the guns, and you can always earn that stuff.
It ain't the same. It ain't the same. Listen, you ain't gonna hustle me, brother.
Hey, brother, I'm keeping it a stack,
okay,
man. I'm being
cool
honest.
Weapons, all that stuff you got to put in the work.
I would help. I would
hustle people,
bro.
So
the exotic weapons, but the exotic weapons. Hold up, but the exotic weapons and all that stuff. I would help you get that stuff. Like you ain't got to worry, brother. You with me? You understand?
You gonna backpack me, huh?
I'm a backpack you, brother.
Persona, how long you know me, sir?
Like 11 years. Like 11 years,
do I look like backpack? Is this Dora the Explorer?
I mean, okay. I'll be backpacking you in COD, so Let me chill. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
That's a Persona, yo. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this is why I'm gonna block you for a week. Cause you
man, yo, let me chill.
Mafia, yo, I haven't played this game in a long ass time since college, bro. So I know they did the definitive edition, but I never picked it up. You know what I mean? Cause I know these games definitely require a lot of dedication because it's lengthy games. And there's a lot of stuff out here. But yeah, I think this is a great month, man. All these 4 games is pretty cool. And this is just the beginning because the extra games and the premium games is coming too. So yeah, I give it a A.
An A?
I give it an A.
Yeah,
or pretty much an 8.5.
Yeah, I think this is a great list, man. I don't really know about the Evil Dead game, but Mafia, like I said, is a great remake. I enjoyed this game very much. Destiny, y'all know I'm a Destiny. I go hard for Destiny. I'm a fan, big fan. And then Ali World. This is a game that it looks fun. I haven't played it myself, but this is definitely something that I would put time into if there wasn't too many crazy games coming out. But I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give this an A+. This is a really solid list there. I'm loving all these games. It's a solid list. Real talk. But Bari, DC, y'all already know when there's good news, there's always some bad news to follow. Or is it bad news? It depends who you're asking. If you ask the gaming community, after this specific time, I won't be able to play this. That's anti-consumer. So y'all might be wondering, what are you talking about, Persona? Like, make it make sense. I got y'all. So here at the very bottom of the article, PlayStation also confirms, they say, we also wanted to provide an update on the PlayStation Plus collection that has been offered as a benefit to PlayStation Plus members on PS5 since 2020. On May 9th, the PlayStation Plus collection will no longer be offered. If you haven't redeemed the titles in this collection yet, you can still do so before May 9th, which will enable you to access those titles even after this date for as long as you remain a PlayStation Plus member. Now, DC, Bari, I didn't go to Harvard. I didn't go to Yale. I'm not a rocket scientist, but I am able to comprehend what PlayStation has said here, and they were very clear. But people have read this and interpreted this as anti-consumer. DC, I'm going to start with you. Is this anti-consumer? Is this wrong?
Not at all. Not wrong at all.
Oh, that's it? I thought you were going to go into like a tangent. I thought you. Yeah. DC is a man of few words, which I respect. Go ahead.
Listen. The games that were in this collection, they've been on the PS Plus collection for 2.5 years. Anytime you're offering games in a subscription, you should expect those games to rotate out in a certain time interval. Mm-hmm. That these games are up for 2.5 years. If you haven't claimed them yet, I'm not sure what you're waiting on. And then not only that, right now, the messaging that Sony is trying to send right now is, hey, we're preparing for these PS5 only games. We're moving towards next gen, so we're not going to offer this PS4 collection of games anymore. Right now, they have the PS Plus catalog, where if you're subscribed, you get access to over 400 games. Almost all of these games are already in that collection. There's only like 3 that you might want to play that are not in there, but they have multiple sequels out in that same time. So it's almost like a redundant thing to have the PS Plus collection at the moment.
Yeah. And not only that, you know, if you're someone that's getting, you know, because there's a lot, because this kind of plays into something that we'll talk about later, but I'll just mention it briefly here. You know, 30% of new PlayStation owners for this quarter, it was, well, in terms of new PlayStation owners this quarter, 30% of them were brand new to the PlayStation ecosystem, right? So if you're someone that's getting into the ecosystem, you know, this message is also big for you as well, right? And shout out to DC, man, because he put up this he says the definitive list of games leaving, and it shows the release date of the games and the games that's also in the PlayStation Plus catalog. And so the games that aren't in the catalog is Battlefield 1, Black Ops 3, Crash Trilogy, Last of Us Remastered, Monster Hunter Worlds, Mortal Kombat X, Ratchet & Clank 2016, and Resident Evil Biohazard, right? So, you know, I think that when it comes to this and the fact that there are 30% brand new people to the ecosystem, you know, get on that. But, you know, if you redeem them and as long as you keep your subscription active, you'll always have that. You know, it would be different if they say, you know, even if you redeemed them, you know, they going away 100%. And the funny thing is, that's how it is with the monthly games. For the month, those games are available if you have a PS Plus subscription, and you can add them to your library. But then once a new month in, those games rotate out. And if you didn't get them during that month, does that mean that that's wrong as well, or that's anti-consumer? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just how these subscription models work, you know? But Bari, what's your thoughts on all this?
Well, Persona, I did go to an Ivy League school. You know what I mean? So the equilibrium of the parameters of the barometer
Equal who?
That disclose of the disclosure within the
That man ran out of words. Go get a thesaurus. Go get you a thesaurus.
Yo, you have right now with a PlayStation Plus collection, you have until May 9th to add these games to your library. That means you are all the way into spring. You are like a month and a half into spring, the tail end of spring, to download these games. We're in winter right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You had like a 2.5 years to add these games to your library. And I just don't understand how this is such a big deal. Especially if you're already in the PlayStation ecosystem. Even if you don't have a PlayStation like 5 yet, you know, you can still add these stuff from the library, from the mobile phone or from the website, you know what I mean, if you're a PlayStation Plus member. But just like any other service, games go in and games come out. You know what I mean? I don't know how things like license agreements just elude people when it comes to PlayStation. The same excuses that people would have for any other services, you know, from movies to gaming. You know, people is so understanding that, oh yeah, these games do come out because, you know, I guess the contract is up for it to be in the service. But when it comes to PlayStation, all of a sudden, everybody just that argument or that notion is just gone. It's like, what? This is anti-consumer. How dare them?
Anti-consumer.
It just the Twitter space we had the other day. Somebody tried to come up in here talking about we was being hypocrites.
Oh yeah, that's stupid shit. I'm like,
what the hell is wrong with people, man?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You still have until May.
My whole
PlayStation,
thing.
PlayStation 5s are widely available now, or they're becoming widely available. So you have the time to get the PlayStation 5. You have a time to get these games into your library.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't really see it. PlayStation Plus collection was a great thing for people getting into the PlayStation ecosystem new and missed out on a lot of those PlayStation 4 games where you had backwards compatibility to play these games. You know what I mean? So it was a great thing, but yo, some of these things are licensed. Some of these things are contracted.
My whole thing is, because I hate when people do like these weird scenarios of like, oh, what if a brand new person is coming in and they can't get this? And it's like, well, if you go to a grocery store after a sale is over, does that mean you got ripped off? You get what I'm saying? That scenario does not make sense, and a lot of people tend to use those types of scenarios in their arguments, and it's a straw man. It's a non sequitur. It does not make. It does not. It has no place in the conversation, because if somebody is coming into something brand new, never having experienced it, they wouldn't know what they're missing anyway, because they never had it. They don't know what that is. They're coming into something brand new. And again, what about people who buy, so Bari, you and I and DC, we bought our PlayStation 5s day one, November 12th or 13th, I forgot when the PS5 released, for $400 and $500. 3 years later, or 2 years later, or whenever they slash the price, does that mean we got ripped off?
No. That goes with any product in this world, like a car.
I don't get it.
If you buy a car whenever it just comes out, you know what I mean? But if somebody that bought that car or that model or year, 2 years later they got it cheaper, does the person that got that car that specific year, did they get robbed or cheated? Yeah, I get the argument he's saying, and somebody try to actually use that in the space, and it's like, yeah, it's not making no sense. Like that's just life. That's what happens. You know what I mean? Like if you are. It's just weird. It's because they're trying to say the value is not going to be there after May 9th for people that's just getting into PlayStation. Well, you had, damn 3 years to get into PlayStation. What do you think PlayStation's supposed to do? Like bargain bin for the rest of the generation? You know what I mean? Like I don't understand what's going on.
And then not only that, the games that you actually care about, they're in the PS Plus catalog. The games that aren't going in there, they actually have newer versions. Like they don't have Mortal Kombat X, but they have Mortal Kombat 11.
Ain't nobody playing no Mortal Kombat X.
The new
right
Street
now.
Fighter is about to come out. The new Tekken's about to come out. Monster Hunter World is leaving, but Wild Hearts is about to come out. Plus, everybody's on Rise, so you'll be playing with nobody. And then Battlefield 1, everybody's playing a new one on that one, and everybody's on Modern Warfare 2. Who's trying to play Black Ops 3 right now? I mean, obviously Black Ops 3 is probably a better game classically, but. Most people are.
Here's another point.
Say that, but
here's another point too. Shout out to Forgetful Gamer, because he this is a great point as well. He says the collection was just a way to have games to start the gen for people jumping into the ecosystem. Over 2 years in now, plenty of current gen titles to buy. That's all this is. That's all this is really, and that's a great point, because when it comes to a list of those titles, because one, I don't think anyone's buying every single game on that list. It would definitely be because every gamer's not built the same. Some people like specific things. So even if you liked maybe 4 or 5 games off that list, the equivalent of you just going out buying those games, I don't think would even equal the $60 or $70 that it costs to become a PS Plus member, because those games are so old. I've seen God of War for like $5-6. God of War 2018. You get what I'm saying? Persona is like what, $8, $9, $10, $12? You get what I'm saying? So I think when it comes to this whole argument, it's bullshit.
It's weird, man. It's weird.
It's very weird.
Hey, yo, big shout out to Kratos99 once again, man, gifting 5 membership subscriptions to the channel, man. Big shout out to y'all, man. So you guys are new, members or WUPS of WUP Nation. We got some nice emotes for y'all, man. Make sure y'all put them in the chat, man. Put them in the chat. And big shout out to Kratos once again for supporting this channel crazy today, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick that man. I'm gonna kick him in the shin. I know that, but big shout out to y'all, man.
And then big shout out to Viper Reese. Appreciate you for super chat. He says, I did not expect the PS Plus collection to last that long, 2.5 years. They should have bottled that up in 3 to 6 months. Bangers for 2.5 years, and people want to complain. FOH, which means fuck out of here. Hey, yo, that's a fact though. And then shout out to Damien, man. 9 months as a member of WUPS Nation. We always appreciate you, Damien. He says, after the giveaway of Hogwarts Legacy, make a poll to see the house people got sorted in. I got Ravenclaw. I wanted Hufflepuff because Newt is that guy. I like Newt from Fantastic Beasts. I thought he was a great character as well.
I'm about to start the Hogwarts Legacy giveaway actually right now. So if you guys want to win a copy or the voucher equivalent to get Hogwarts Legacy, type in !WUPS Nation. So we're going to start the giveaway now. And like I said, big shout out to Mr. Benjamin for donating. He actually donated $75 and $10 gift cards, PSN gift cards. So if you guys want to get like the deluxe edition or something for Hogwarts Legacy, you can. So, you know, big shout out to Mr. Benjamin once again for donating or sponsoring this giveaway, man. I know a lot of hype is going into Hogwarts Legacy. So
a lot of anger as well. A lot of anger as well. But yo, let's move on, man. Yeah. So Bari, man, PlayStation's been on fire this week, man. They actually stealth released the beta, the next PS5 beta, and sent out invitations this week, man. And this update is chock full of new things, man. So I'm gonna go down the list real quick, and then we're gonna talk about it, right? So I think top of the list, something that people have been wanting for a very long time, popular demand is now you could join a Discord voice chat on your PlayStation 5 console. You can start or request a share screen from your friend's profile. New join game icon in party chat. So essentially, you know, if someone is playing like COD, so say if you come in and I'm playing COD, you'll be able to just go to my profile and you'll see the thing that says join game, and you'll be able to automatically join me from the party chat, which I think is good. Yeah. New friends who play Tile. So in the game hub now, there's going to be a section of like if a bunch of different games that you've played, and it's going to show if any of your friends are playing that game currently or have played that game. Which they had
in PS4, but they're just bringing it back now.
Yep. Manually upload game captures to the PlayStation app.
Yo, give them a trophy.
I know Bari.
Give them a goddamn trophy, bro.
I know Bari hype for that.
They need like 30 trophies for this one.
Like facts, man.
Yes, man. Yo, this was a huge complaint we said on this channel with the last update and how they executed things when it comes to the automatic uploads on the PlayStation. It's a great feature, but it was just like you get a lot of errors from your PlayStation because some of the uploads are too big. I think it's like up to like 30 seconds or a minute that these uploads go to. And sometimes you do a 5-minute clip, it's trying to send that 5-minute clip to the cloud, to the app. It's going to say, oh, here's an error. You know what I mean? It's just annoying to see all that stuff in your notifications and flooding up your downloads or your uploads. So the fact that now you can just manually put what you want to put on that app, great addition.
Yep.
Even for the smaller clips too, this is a great addition.
Then we got variable refresh rate now supported for 1440p resolution.
Yes. Yes.
And then
I tested this out on my secondary monitor, my 1440p monitor, and it looks great.
Yeah. And then game library enhancements. So now this is something
Give them another one.
Hold on. Let me read it, man, because this is something I've been wanting for a minute. This is why I didn't do nothing with the game list. So now the game library enhancements. You can now also sort and filter games when adding games to a game list. You can use filters in your library to easily find PSVR games as well as PSVR 2 titles when PSVR 2 launches later this month. Y'all get a platinum for this, man. PlayStation. Y'all get the platinum for this, man.
And it's seamless too.
Seamless.
Like why didn't you have this the first time, PlayStation, man? But yo, I'm happy that they're listening to feedback because this was a huge one. Nobody was using them cards, man. I mean them libraries.
I didn't touch it.
I didn't touch it either. Cause I got like I got like 1,000 games. There's no way.
It was too much to set up because you got to cycle through A to Z. That's the only sorting option they had. You know what I mean? But now you can choose your platform. You can choose your genre. I kind of wanted to add like a search bar. Yeah,
and you can do it in the list.
Easier to set up now.
And you could do it in the list itself as well, which I'm like, yo,
yes,
thank you, PlayStation. Jeez. And then
great feedback here.
Game presets for multiplayer sessions preference. You can now set preferences to manage who can join and who can invite other players to multiplayer sessions you've created for supported games. And then new accessibility.
This is you know why this is big? Because the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 4 been saving a lot of these multiplayer games with a horrible interface to play with friends. You know, not every Call of Duty game is the same. So sometimes you got to go through hoops and ladders just so you can invite a friend, you know, through the actual game. But PlayStation makes it so much easier just using the system mechanics or the system settings into inviting a friend. It saves a lot of these games sometimes with these multiplayer games. But my bad. Go
Yo,
ahead, bro.
fucks.
But this is another one that I had a big feedback for.
This one is big for me and not for me personally, but for folks in this community that act like they don't know how to download their save file from the cloud. Jesus Christ.
AKA Chuck.
It says PS4 to PS5 save data migration. We're making it easier for you to access your PS4 save data on your PS5 console through two ways. When you download or install a PlayStation 4 game on your PS5 console, a notification that PlayStation save data is available in your PlayStation Network cloud storage will appear. If your PS5 console doesn't have any save data for the game, simply select the notification to download your save data. The second option is when you download or install a PS5 game to your PS4 that can load PS4 save data, such as the PS5 version of a game that was also released on PS4, the same notification will appear if the game supports this feature. Yo, they don't understand how big, y'all don't understand how big this is. Because when these games, these cross-gen games will come out with a PS5 version, people act like they can't read. They act like they can't navigate. And so they're just making that stuff much, much easier. And just straight in your face, like, oh, you've got saved data. Click this PlayStation button so you can download that. So that's.
They said people don't read the text as far as here. Upload your PS4 save within the game. It's like, you know what? We'll just do it for y'all, man.
Exactly. And then PS5 to PS4 data transfer. You can now easily transfer data to your PS5 console, including games, save data, user profile settings, screenshots, and videos to other PlayStation 5 console using local Wi-Fi or a LAN cable. Screen
smart. Because guess what now?
What?
More PlayStation 5s are being readily available, so they know there's going to be people that, I got multiple PlayStation 5s now. I can easily transfer my data, to whatever PlayStation 5s.
Yeah. And then screen reader improvements. The screen reader can now give more detailed guidance when navigating the console. Wireless device update for DualSense wireless controller. They get a trophy for this, man. They get a trophy. Yep. They get a trophy.
I was updating all my controllers the other day when this beta thing came.
Very smart.
Every controller that you plug in and turn on, he's going to ask for an update.
Yep. And then game capture using voice command. This is a preview. It's only available in the US and the UK. So now you can use voice commands to say like, "Hey, PlayStation, record that. Hey, PlayStation, get a screenshot." Stuff like that. And that's the bulk.
They took from Xbox.
Yep. So that's the bulk of the update. DC, did you get in the beta, right?
Yo, you can get specific. It says, "Hey, PlayStation, capture the last 5 minutes." Oh, that's actually a additional layer there.
Yeah. So say, hey, so I'll just read it. What it says. Say, hey, PlayStation, capture that. So to save a video of your recent gameplay, the default duration saved is based on your settings. You can also save a specific duration of your gameplay from 15 seconds to 60 minutes. For example, to save 5 minutes, say, "Hey, PlayStation, capture the last 5 minutes." And that's actually pretty dope. That's pretty dope. So how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling about the beta? Y'all liking it? I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give my thoughts because I gotta slide by my parents' house real quick. But I love the beta. It's really dope. I've been sharing some of my screenshots and stuff out of it. Another feature I found last night I meant to upload earlier is if you're in a party now, you can actually adjust each individual person's volume slider. So let's say somebody's being like super loud in a party, you can actually go to that specific person and lower their volume. Or maybe, somebody in the party is a little too loud, you can lower their volume. Or if somebody's talking a little quiet, you can boost them
persona
up.
volume, man. You're always screaming.
Yeah. So I think right now, like the slider's in the middle, so you do have a little leeway between turning up the audio or making it lower. The manual screenshot upload's great too. I was using that last night because every time I have the automatic one on, it fails every single time. There's only been a couple of clips that actually finished uploading, and I'm on Wi-Fi. I don't know if that matters or not. What else is in the beta? I like the new tiles. I don't know about y'all, but the UI also feels way faster when I was scrolling through the settings. It was just like the zoom in, which is great.
Feels much snap. I was going to tweet that yesterday, but I know some people was going to probably troll that. Like, "Oh, come on,
I tweeted it.
But not. It definitely feels snappier.
I like that. I like that layout as well, man.
For 120 hertz support, that'd be cool too.
I like that layout as well, man. Being able to actually see like your time and like the percentage and all, like it's laid out so much better for every game. I love that, man. I love that they added that. Perfect.
Yeah, like I love the new Game Hub layout. getting all the information. That's one thing great about the PlayStation 4 UI is because you got all the information right there in that game hub. With a PlayStation 5, they kind of deviated a little bit from it. If you want to see your trophies, obviously, yeah, you can use the card, you know what I mean, to see that stuff, but just having it there, right next to the play game or resume activity is great. Friends who played it was always something that PlayStation had, but they got rid of it. And now it's there. It's dope to see, like, yeah, some of my friends is playing it, or you can join a quick game real quick, you know what I mean? Because you have that list there instead of going to the game hub, cycling through what's people playing. You have that access right there. The game progression and playtime, amazing, because that was separate. Now that it's there and there, now this is there right in front of you. One thing I need PlayStation to do though is I don't know who is tracking these play times, but update your stuff, please, because it's not representing what people are actually playing, especially for me. With the in-game. The in-game save time be way different than the actual play time for the PlayStation, what they're tracking. Like, example, Forspoken, I got like 85 hours in the game, actual save time. But here in the PlayStation thing, it says 53 hours. That's 30 hours gone. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's a big difference right there. You know what I mean? So hopefully they update that and make sure they're tracking that properly.
Yeah, I love the update so far. I definitely think
what's your favorite thing so far in this update?
No bullshit. I think the best update so far is the layout, like how they have it laid out with showing the time and the trophies and all that stuff, man. I love that. Also the Discord to PlayStation integration, I like it. I just kind of and this me being greedy, like I want more. I just want them to kind of just integrate the whole Discord
Simplify it a little bit.
Yeah, Discord, the whole Discord, the integrate the whole Discord app into PlayStation and let it just be where like even like your PlayStation friends list is integrated into it to where you can invite them to like a Discord server or a Discord chat or something like that. But so far from what it is, I think it's pretty cool where, you get everybody in a Discord chat and then you can transition that to PlayStation. I'm still trying to figure out all the kinks with it. I feel like I'm missing something because you should be able to bring people in on PlayStation into that Discord chat. So that's why like I'm trying to, there's definitely kinks missing. So, but so far I like that. And then also the game list, man, because I got a ton of games, so yeah. that being more user friendly and easier to like sift through your games and all that to build up your games list. I think that stuff is great. So I think those are like my favorite like standout additions to this beta so far. But
I agree. The enhancement of the game library or the game list, huge update for me, man. Because like that's something that I think everybody was asking for. We need folders, and here on this podcast we definitely said I don't know how it's going to work as far as like the main screen, but it can work in your library, and they definitely added it, but it was not executed right the first time. But I feel like they nailed it here with this update. And the manual of uploading game captures, I think that's just big, man. I'm a big person to upload gameplay, and sometimes you're in the office and you want to upload those gameplay, all right, from the phone. But the ones that you do want to upload, it didn't upload because of some type of error. And now that you can just manually do that, I think it's a great update. And the layout as well. For me, the layout is A1. I would have personally liked the trophy or even the friends who played it on the right side, but it looks good regardless. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
So DC had to go. So
I'm actually good. I got another 20 minutes.
Oh, all right, cool. All right. Let me get you super chats real quick. True Virgil, appreciate you for the super chat. Says, I've always liked your lisp. I think he's talking to you, Bari. Now give me that giveaway. And then shout out to Kendra, man. Appreciate you for the super chat. Chat.
Queen West Coast.
Yep, in the building. Kendra. She said, Snake and Amiibo Queen here. I'm def digging the new software update, especially voice commands. Hey, PlayStation, open Hogwarts Legacy. Fire.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yo, she is definitely her amiibo collection is
it's
fire.
fire.
The way I just set up.
Yeah.
And yeah, Kendra cheated, guys.
Completely authentic.
She got Slytherin is a cheat code. You know, I mean, she already got all the snakes, and she took
I was gonna say
pictures
the video she dropped. You see the video she dropped the other day with her and all 3 of her snakes?
Yeah, there's beautiful snakes.
Beautiful snakes, man.
The Slytherin crew.
I mean, that's the Slytherin queen, man. She got the snakes, man.
She thought she was a different house, so it's kind of funny. She was in space. She's like, "Oh no, I'm not. I'm this house. I'm this house." And she took the test, like, "No, I'm Slytherin." It was pretty funny.
Absolutely. Those are some beautiful, beautiful snakes, though. Like very beautiful snakes. Shout out to Kendra. So yeah, man, let's move on, man. Let's get into.
We'll definitely have to get Kendra on here one day.
Absolutely,
set some up.
Absolutely.
Impressions in Hogwarts or whatnot.
That might be a good thing. Yeah, good idea. All right, man. Let's move on, man. Let's get into this live from PlayStation. It is J Bari and Persona and DC. Persona, El Persona. Hello, this is my friend. So
live from PlayStation.
Live from PlayStation is El Persona. I come to you talking about the PlayStation 5. It's a very nice game. So live from PlayStation, they released this like the beginning of the week, and ain't nobody know what the hell this was, man. Right? Like, this was like, what is this? Like, and they did this so well. The way they kind of set this up, where it's like this new, it's like a worldwide press announcement of like breaking news. And it's showing all these dope games, but the purpose of this is to let the world know that PlayStation 5 is available worldwide without any of the hassles and craziness that we were experiencing, in the first 2 years of the PlayStation life cycle. And the way they set this up was, this shit is incredible, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is fire, bro. I really love this. And, I'm thinking, all right, this is a cool video. And we've seen like little hints of certain things here, right? Like, I know certain, especially with this section here. So people were speculating that this might be the new Uncharted game with Cassie, Drake and Elena's daughter.
Yeah.
Which, in PlayStation, I wouldn't be surprised if they put some snippets of like potential games that's going to be in here. And people thought this right here, hold on, not this. This might be Ghost of Tsushima 2. I just think this Ghost of Tsushima 1, or whatever. But it's definitely a lot of dope game references in here. And this is just dope. And again, this is just them letting you know PlayStation is readily available. So they're really kicking it into overdrive to get these consoles in people's homes, right? But Bari, DC, it doesn't stop there. You would think, all right, they're doing this press release video, which is cool, showing like all these different games and trying to make this into like this cool thing. Bari, DC, yes, you would have thought that was it. No, Bari, DC, that ain't it. All right, PlayStation said, no, when we do things right. We are the kings of marketing. And I'm like, huh? What are you talking about, PlayStation? Listen, Bari, DC, these fools done put a whole Kratos Leviathan axe in London.
Yo.
Incredible. They put an axe in London.
They got a whole bunch of stuff. They got
I'm not done. Hold on, Bari. Hold on. You get ahead. I'm setting it up. I'm setting it up. Yeah, hold on. I'm setting up all of it. I got you, brother. I'm setting up all of it. They put a Kratos axe in London, Bari. In India, they got Thor's hammer with a big ass PS5 right next to it. In India, in Poland, they got the Claw Strider from Horizon Forbidden West. Incredible, right? And then in Arabia, in Dubai, they got a whole PS5. Bari, DC, listen. I know we don't like doing speculation. We do speculations and what ifs. We don't really believe in the what ifs. That's not what we do. But listen, it's got to be something bigger than just letting people know that PS5 is available, man. I'm sorry. There's no way you go into these levels just to let people know PS5 is coming. What y'all think? I think they're letting people know, like, yo, something crazy about to happen in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% because one thing I got to say, man, PlayStation always have like a unique marketing campaign. And I just love the fact that they're still having fun with letting people know about PlayStation and the world of PlayStation, all the things that you can experience with PlayStation. This is a fun marketing campaign right here, man. And it's definitely attracting a lot of eyes on it. Oh, also big shout out to Whitney. She's over there in London, and she got to see the acts for herself, and she was like posing with it and whatnot. So big shout out to her. And yeah, I just love how fun the campaign is, and I'm pretty sure you spending all these money to market for PlayStation 5 in your games. Yeah, it's definitely setting up something big as far as like a big push for probably a showcase or something like that. I feel like you're not going to be doing that such extraordinary marketing campaigns just for letting you know that PlayStation 5s are out. They're going to let you know that PlayStation 5s are out as well. Here's a showcase of what's coming to the PlayStation 5 once you get it. You know what I mean? I think that would be the sweet cherry on top, what they're cooking up already. Yeah, I'm loving it.
Yep. DC, what about you?
Yeah, I agree. I think they definitely got something brewing. As I've been saying for some time, I think they might be preparing maybe something for this VR before it comes out, or maybe right after. Just a little show like, hey, we just dropped the VR 2. Besides VR, here's what you can expect from us for the rest of the year. Because as you know, we still only really know of Spider-Man 2 at the moment. We don't really know what else they've got in the pipeline. So could be time to start, dropping that news. We just got the other news today with their financials. So,
yep.
So if they have a campaign in New York with Spider-Man 2, like how the commercial show with the whole webs and all that stuff like hanging, that would be so dope. I don't trust New Yorkers though, but still that would be
New Yorkers. They might do like something like the train. I remember when Spider-Man 2018 was coming out, they had like the Spider-Man train that was only going, but it wasn't going through the whole city. It was only going through the good areas. Grand Central to Times Square. Like that's it. It wasn't going to none of the other areas of New York because they know that train would have got washed.
They usually do some good marketing though. Like in Atlanta, when I used to live there, they have something called MARTA, which is basically their train system. So a lot of the times, a lot of the trains will be wrapped in whatever kind of advertisers buying it. So PlayStation used to like buy out like advertising for the whole train a lot, and those trains go through like pretty much all of Atlanta.
Yeah. Yo, that Claw Strider is so dope, bruh. Oh my god, how much? Yeah, I know we don't really care, but how much money do you think is going into this marketing campaign?
Millions of dollars is going to this.
There's no statues and stuff like that, and then the
millions of dollars. But my whole thing is like, when it comes to PlayStation and their marketing, I do think PlayStation has some of the best marketing teams in the business with the types of things that they do. Because like, again, stuff like this, I don't see other people doing, like going to these levels. And this kind of lets you know how successful PlayStation is worldwide, right? Because, India, Poland, London, like all these different places, Dubai, they PlayStation is a worldwide recognized brand. And I think what PlayStation is doing with this is also trying to, again, pull, put PS5 in that same position that PlayStation 4 was in, that helped reach it to that 100+ million consoles sold. But not just that, like to kind of transition real quick to something really quickly. Not even just that, but even with like pop culture and like television, we see the success of Last of Us show, but now we're seeing it kind of transition into like truly being like a pop culture level thing, because you got Pedro Pascal that's going to be hosting Saturday Night Live today, right, this evening, and they got like the clicker in there, like they did like a little skit, and it's got a clicker in there and all this other stuff. So PlayStation and Sony and PlayStation Productions and all that, they do a very good job of making their brands very recognizable to people who wouldn't necessarily be privy to games or privy to those types of things, because they're including themselves in things outside of just, gaming. You get what I'm saying? But in a way that's built to pull people in. You get what I'm saying? Like, because the TV show, we see the success of the TV show, and then we also see the success of the sales of Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 skyrocket, back up, because that's building that interest for people to get into, the games. So now you're getting those new customers. So yeah, shout out to this live from PlayStation. I think this stuff is incredible. And I can't wait to see what comes from this. And I know it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great thing.
That's a really fun, engaging, marketing campaign. Like, you know what I mean? It definitely hypes up the community, because just seeing the effort that PlayStation is take just to market their stuff, like it's a good feeling. You know what I mean? Seeing that stuff, like, yeah, I'm getting hyped for PlayStation 2. I'm getting hyped for, the games that I already played that they're showing and stuff. I'm getting hyped for the stuff that's to come. Hopefully they follow up with a proper showcase, especially from first party, and it's gonna be swell. You know what I mean? In my opinion. So
Yep. But moving on, man, to another big.
Hurry up and buy.
Shout out to Tricelsius, man. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says that level of marketing is what got the bots saying FTC. Look, they don't need ABK. Let the deal go through. Oh man. This is all for Blue Box Abandoned.
Just to let you guys know too, man, we got 3 more minutes for this Hogwarts Legacy giveaway. We got already 41 tickets given away. You guys are highly interested in that Hogwarts Legacy. So if you guys don't know, type in exclamation point WUPS Nation, so you can be in the running for this giveaway.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's compete.
But moving on, man, Bari, DC, I think a round of applause is in order. A round of applause is in order, man. I know y'all might be wondering what we clapping for. What are we clapping for? Ladies and gentlemen, we have to give a big congratulations to Sony Santa Monica Studio, because they have done what many developing teams wish they could do. And that is sell 11 million copies of God of War Ragnarok in under in 2.5 months. Or in 2 months. This is incredible, man. I love to see this, man. Bari, DC, how y'all feeling about this, man? Are y'all surprised? Are y'all surprised to see 11 million people went out and bought these copies? Well, hold on now. Before you even answer, remember, you know what people say, Bari, DC. Y'all know what people are saying. Well,
those are bundle sales.
those are bundles.
Hey,
Bari,
we kick his shins.
Those are bundles. That's not real sales. Those are bundles. Most people went out and bought a PlayStation 5 bundle. You couldn't go anywhere without having that PS5 bundle. Those are bundled sales. Which is not true, actually. But go ahead, Bari.
Big time deflection.
Facts.
Yeah, man. This is not far from what you was actually saying in the beginning. You said it was going to sell like 10 million within the month or something like that.
Yep.
I mean, you're not that far off from your own predictions, to be honest with you. But yo, this is a great achievement, man. An amazing achievement that Sony Santa Monica has accomplished here. Not only did they sell 11 million copies within the 2 months, but it's the fastest selling PlayStation first party game of all time within the time period that it's selling. So it's every accolade or praise that God of War has got or is getting, it deserves it. And I'm just happy that the game is selling really, really well. But not only am I happy the game is selling really, really well, I'm happy the game is selling really, really well on PlayStation platforms. None of that PC bullshit. You know what I mean?
Hey, facts.
This shows. I keep telling PlayStation, or I keep saying that I understand why PlayStation is going to PC. I understand the movement. I understand getting that more money. I understand it funds to other things and whatnot. But it's not really needed because the PlayStation community, the PlayStation Nation, we support our IPs that we love, man. Not only God of War, especially with the earnings call or the quarterly reports, it shows that first party games are on an up and up sell wise. We didn't really get any specific sale numbers, but you know what I mean, if you do the math or you assume certain things here, we know that majority of these games that came out, the Horizons, the GT7s, all those games are selling above 5 million, 6 million. These are monumental milestones within gaming when it comes to game sales. Once again, I keep telling people, not every game sell 5 million, 10 million, 15 million, 20 million. It is an anomaly. It's rare. Majority of games don't sell like that. Even like popular games, you see multi-platform games selling 1 million, 3 million, and that's a success in those developers' eyes or publishers' eyes. So the fact that these games can sell this much on one platform, you know what I mean? It's a great achievement, man, and it should be celebrated. It should be, highlighted. You know what I mean? And I'm just happy that it did because it's an amazing game, and also it lets PlayStation know, the PlayStation Nation, we out here, we support.
Yo, facts.
Yes.
Go ahead, DC.
Facts. Yeah, I'm not surprised. God of War Ragnarok was a great game. They did a great job marketing the game, showing what the game was about for not only returning players, but anybody who's just, hopping into the series. I'm actually curious how many people actually played this one before the first one. I know there's probably a couple. And then also to go on that bundle argument, PlayStation didn't sell, I don't think they sold 11 million PS5s in 2 months. So there's no way that the bundles could be why it sold that many. And then even then, they bundle all kinds of different games. It's not just God of War being sold in bundles. And then not only that, you can get a console by itself through PS Direct.
The whole bundle argument don't make no sense either, because you're paying more money just to get the game. You know what I mean?
Exactly. and if you don't want the game, don't buy the bundle.
It's a win-win regardless. You know what I mean? So every company marks their bundles as a sale because the bundle costs more than the original, retail price of the console itself. So,
but the bundle,
it's one thing if they're selling it for $400 and you're getting the game for free, but you're still paying for the game, and you're getting a discount. I mean, where's the anti-consumer crowd there now?
But the bundle argument also doesn't make sense, because if someone is willing to go out and actually spend more than base price for a PS5 to get a game, doesn't that speak to the success of the game as well? Or even exactly, or not even just the success of the game, but also the success of the console, because you still have people going out and buying the console, so it's sales nonetheless. Mm-hmm. So I don't understand, like, when people use that bundle argument, you do realize if people are still buying the console, that means it's still successful. It's a success not all around. But it's Twitter, so why would you expect anything less?
Buying a bundle is bad. It's weird arguments, man. Yeah. But huge congrats. These are the type of people that
go. Santa Monica. These are the type of people that go to McDonald's, and instead of getting a combo meal, they'll order everything individually and pay more. Like, yeah, can I get a large fry? Will that be all? Let me also get a double cheeseburger. Will that be all? I think I'll get a medium drink. Well, sir, would you like to get the combo? No. I want it all separate. Huh? Sir, the combo, you pay $2 less. No, I want it separate. I want to pay the extra $2. Yeah. Like, all right, sir, your total will be $13.75. Like, come on, man.
Crazy
idiots.
Exactly, Kendra. That's what we're saying. It's a success anyway for PlayStation.
That's what I'm saying. It's a success.
Any company that's buying any bundle that they have. That's why these companies do it. If bundles were such a detriment or such a bad thing, they wouldn't bundle nothing.
Exactly. Exactly. But
shout out to that VR bundle with Horizon too, man. Let's get it.
I bought that. All right, man. Let's get into everybody's favorite topic. Do you know? Let me ask you and DC a question, Bari. What is the gaming community's favorite topic to talk about that they hate? I'll give you a hint. It starts with an S.
Can I get sales for 200, Persona?
Sales That's what we love to talk about, sales. I hate reading about sales, but I will debate about sales. Listen, sales. Everybody hates sales. They hate talking about it. They hate seeing it, but they'll debate the hell out of it. Crazy. Shout out to PlayStation. We are in Q3 fiscal year 2022, and PlayStation dominated, man. They really did. They did their thing this year, man. Crazy, or this quarter, I should say. So these are just some rough numbers, real quick. So 7.1 million consoles were shipping, bringing PS5 lifetime sales to 32.1 million. 46.4 million PlayStation subscribers. That's up. That's up from last quarter. Monthly active users on PlayStation is 112 million. That also went up. And on top of that, 30% of PlayStation 5 users never been on the PS4. So that means, 30% of the monthly active users this past quarter were brand new to the PlayStation ecosystem. That's big. Because that means that their marketing is working. And also that also means that people are able to get PlayStations a lot easier. Like, this also plays into the whole notion of, like, manufacturing and things like that, and getting consoles on shelves and in people's hands. It's a lot easier and it's better. 86.5 million games sold between PS4 and PS5. 20.8 million of this were first party games. Phenomenal. And then 62% digital ratio for Q3. So that means 60 compared between digital and physical. 62% of the community were more digital than physical when it comes to buying games this last quarter, which again, digital is becoming more and more of a thing. But DC, starting with you, man, what's your thoughts on all this?
I think it's great. The numbers are up. Everything's looking good. It just shows that, they have a good strategy with how they're, strategizing PS5 with releasing content, releasing games, their game release schedule. They're really on it this generation. And you just have to wonder how things would be looking if we didn't have the shortage situation, how many consoles they'd be at. I just can't imagine what that number would be, because I know there are a lot of people that were trying to get a PS5 that couldn't, that probably gave up. And I think there's still a lot of people that don't realize you can go straight to Sony's website and buy a PS5 and get it next day if you have PS Plus.
That's shipping fast, boy.
Yo, it is.
Next day. I was just telling somebody that the other day. It's kind of crazy to imagine what kind of infrastructure and investment they put into making sure they have, warehouses all across the globe where they could guarantee next day delivery for almost all of their products. I mean, they have to have warehouses everywhere.
That's a good point.
And that's all their products, because even the DualSense Edge, like you can get like fast shipping like the next day or 2 days right there from the direct store. You know what I mean? But overall, what you talking about though, Persona with the sales, I think is once again an amazing job that PlayStation is doing. Like I say, notice one thing that PlayStation does when they talk about these earning reports and things like that, they don't highlight PC numbers. They do that on a separate kind of thing. Probably later on, they'll highlight the PC numbers. So this is from the PlayStation Nation, the PlayStation ecosystem. Going back to the 20.8 million first party games being sold within that quarter. Amazing feat. We know that God of War sold 11, so that the remainder is like 9.8 million of first party games being sold. So you can divvy that up from the Gran Turismos to whatever first party game that came out throughout the past years. But it just overall tells you that these games are selling well, because not only are these games charting on the NPDs, but PlayStation let you know that the first party games are selling well, physical and digital wise, with that 67% digital. Numbers, all the numbers are up. PlayStation Plus went up. I remember the last time they did the numbers, people was being worried about how effective is PlayStation Plus, extra and premium. Well, with this quarterly report, I think a lot of those, worries are alleviated. When it comes to that, people are definitely, subscribing to PlayStation Plus, and we see PlayStation giving a huge incentive to getting PlayStation Plus Extra or Premium. Does it still need a little bit of work when it comes to the classic games? Absolutely, but it's still a lot of stuff that are being offered for the price. It's a great value with the service. And the monthly active users. This is where people play their multiplayer games, man. Stop listening to these people telling you that PlayStation community don't play their multiplayer games, that PlayStation community is not multiplayer. Majority of all the multiplayer games from the multi-plat ones, third party, the biggest player base is on PlayStation. You know what I mean? You have your PC community as well, but sometimes even with these third party games, the PlayStation player base is higher than the PC numbers, depending on the game. You know what I mean? So yeah, what PlayStation is doing, they're doing a great job marketing. They're doing a great job letting people know that you should be playing on PlayStation. And we see the power of marketing because we see it with these numbers. And we see when you have compelling and great games being offered on top of that, where people want to get, what console people want to buy, what ecosystem people want to play in. It definitely works, man. So the traditional way of console gaming has not really gone away. Yes, there's a certain adjustments that you're making, but the traditional way still works. We see that with PlayStation. We see that with Nintendo. So people stop sleeping and stop trying to turn this narrative that, they got to change what they're doing, because obviously they don't, because everything is going up now that the consoles are being available.
Yep.
All I got to say.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing. I agree with all of that, PlayStation's doing good, and when PlayStation does good, that means that we get more great games, and as gamers, that's what we want. So,
Persona, we get an additional layer, VR.
Yep.
The new VR experience, which is getting highly praised right now, especially with that Gran Turismo 7, the Horizon Call of the Mountain, highly praised right now, man. But
listen, when that GT7 VR comes out, man, I'm gonna be living in that thing.
Oh yeah, we in there, man, because I'm on me racing. I don't even care if I win. I just want to crash into people and look at people. That's all I want to do. So yo, we could do like a VR stream or something, and just have fun with it with VR, bro.
Oh yeah,
we have a nice surprise too coming with WUPS Up PlayStation, later on the month. But we're not gonna say that yet. But
yeah, but I think the numbers are good, and like I said, you should want your preferred platform to do good. A lot of people are very dismissive of these types of things, but I think it's important, especially if you're someone that's really deep in the gaming community or gaming and you want gaming to continue. How you gonna know how great gaming is doing if you don't know the numbers or the facts, data, and statistics? So I always laugh when people say, "Oh, that stuff don't matter to me." I was like, all right, I mean, that's fine, it don't matter, but it's good to know these things. So I'm glad when they put these types of things out. But for me, I think it's great. I'm not gonna really reiterate too much because you said pretty much.
Is
a lot
it great
of what
like Frosted Flakes, or is great like
what?
I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
Okay.
That man froze up.
Yeah, man. He's old, man.
I had it in my head, but then I lost it. Yeah, I lost it. My bad.
But yeah, moving on from that, just on a more serious note, some sad news that we got.
Before we get to sad news, do we want to do the giveaway now?
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
All right, guys. So we're gonna be doing the Hogwarts Legacy giveaway. Shout out to, once again, Mr. Benjamin for sponsoring this giveaway. We got about, let's see how much people we got. 54 people queued up, signed up for this giveaway, and only one can win. All right, are you ready? Persona, can I get a drum roll, please, sir?
I suck at that.
Oh, what the hell is that, man?
There you go.
Persona, that is not your drum roll, bro.
Hey, yo, man, I suck at it. I can't do it, bro.
He said,
I can't do it.
What's that song? Who saw that? Buddha basket everywhere. Who sings that? I found you. I forgot the name of the person that sings.
I forgot the name of it. I know you're talking about. But I forgot the name.
Bubba Sparks, right?
Bubba Sparks. Yeah. He said, Buddha.
Rocking everywhere.
All right, here we go. Drum roll. No, I'm doing your drum roll.
Yeah, you trying to come at me and you doing the same thing.
All right, Here we go. The winner is Cyber Dragon.
Word.
Hey,
Yo, that's
congrats,
fire.
bro.
That's fire. Yo, Cyber, let me hold $5, bro. God damn, that man got that bad.
Yeah, shout out to
Yeah.
Cyber Dragon, hopefully in the chat. Cyber Dragon, you know the vibes. Hit me up on Twitter, jbari_ on Twitter, and I will send you those gift cards so you can get Hogwarts Legacy. Not only can you just get Hogwarts Legacy, you can get the deluxe edition.
Get the deluxe and still have money left over.
Yes, sir.
Facts.
Hopefully you go to Slytherin though.
Yo, facts.
Best house.
But all right, man, let's congrats
Hey, yo,
to
Death Lord, he probably platinum it already.
congrats to Cyber Dragon, man.
Shout
Enjoy
out
that
Cyber.
Hogwarts Legacy or whatever you get with that, man. But yo, man, let's get into some sad news, unfortunately, guys. Rest in peace to Annie Wersching. And for those who don't know who she is the person who played Test in the video game. So this is the actress that played Test in Last of Us 1 or Last of Us OG. She was the mocap actress and the voice and everything, and she unfortunately passed away this week of cancer at age of 45, man. So sad. So rest in peace to Annie Wersching, and thoughts and prayers to her family, her loved ones, and her friends and whatnot. So sad to see her go. It's a fucked up way to go, man. Real talk.
Yeah, when we heard the news, we were so confused because we was like, wait, you talking about Test on the TV show or whatnot? But no, it was the voice actor. And yeah, it's sad, man. 45 years old. 45 years old. And passed away, man. But prayers goes out to the family, the friends, and hopefully everything could be all right, man. But yeah, this is definitely a sad event.
Yeah.
Especially with all the Last of Us hype.
Yeah.
Seeing this news, it was definitely
very sad. Very sad
time
to see. Yeah. But her, I'll say that she'll forever be immortalized in the game because her performance is.
Yeah.
There. So thank you for all that you did, and we appreciate you, Annie. But all right, man, let's move on real quick to some. This other bit of news before we get into the rapid fire news real quick. PlayStation debunking rumors, man. Shout out to GameIndustry.biz. I think they are a really great publication when it comes to reporting on news, gaming news. They keep a very fair and a very impartial way of how they report things. It's very new. It comes off very neutral. So shout out to GameIndustry.biz. So just some story on this. So an article released earlier this week from Bloomberg, where analysts were saying that PlayStation was letting supply manufacturers know that they were slashing PSVR 2s by 1 million. So original predictions was 2 million, and that's what they were anticipating to make. But they let supply manufacturers know that they were slashing that by 1 million, right? And people ran with that, and it was a whole shitstorm on Twitter. But then shout out to Chris Dring, man. I really like Chris Dring a lot, man. He's a good dude, a good journalist. I respect him quite a bit. Chris Dring, who he connected out here, man. Especially when it comes to PlayStation. If there's one person that I think is very well connected to PlayStation, it's Chris Dring, because he buddies with Jim Ryan. He always gets those big interviews with Jim Ryan and Herman and the whole squad. He definitely well connected. And so
they get all the exclusive interviews.
Yeah, he do. Game industry that Biz does. They get a lot of these big interviews. Yeah. So Chris Dring, he came out and said, yo, I talked to PlayStation. I talked to them. And they said that we are not cutting PSVR 2 production numbers. And that the firm told GameIndustry.biz that it's seeing enthusiasm from PlayStation fans for the upcoming launch, which includes more than 30 titles such as Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Call to the Mountain, and RE Village. The initial report said that Sony was making a significant reduction in the projections of the PSVR 2 and even warned supply partners that manufacturing could decrease as well. PlayStation debunked this. They said it's not true at all. What's your thoughts, man? Why put out a lie like that? Why do that? What's the benefit of doing that?
Yeah, I didn't understand like what was the reason for putting it out, especially if it wasn't coming from PlayStation. Because Bloomberg. I tend not to really read Bloomberg because you have to like subscribe to their website just to get the whole full article. So whatever I read, it was like the
Cliff
just
notes.
the beginning part of it.
Yeah, it was like the cliff notes.
So yeah. So I was like, damn, this is shocking. Bloomberg, pretty
reputable.
Reputable site. So they're not putting out false information. Obviously they did here, but it was shocking. But then GameIndustry.biz, it came right away, said it spoke to a PlayStation representative with, I think it's also Jim Ryan, and they said, yeah, there's no forecast cut for $1 million, because that's a lot. You know what I mean? Like cutting $1 million, that was a lot, yo. That's why it was such big news when we saw it. But it's good to see that VR is still being talked about and being hyped from the community, because I'm seeing it a lot with these previews, man. A lot of people is excited for it, so it was kind of weird seeing that there's a huge droppage when it comes to their forecasts. But yeah, man, I'm super excited for it. But at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. Players mess up. Even GameIndustry.biz messed up when it came to reporting the God of War numbers. They was reading the report wrong. You know what I mean? And like I said, they're a reputable site, so a lot of people is going to go with what they are saying. And yeah, they was like 16 million, but it's not. It was 11 million.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes these sites mess up, man. Everybody's humans. It is what it is.
Yep, I agree. DC, what's your thoughts on all this?
For me, I think a lot of, maybe it's I don't know if it's the people that are providing these stories to the websites, but lately it seems like every week or every other week there's some BS report about PlayStation. Like before it was, there's a PS5 Pro with liquid cooling or water cooling coming out in April. It's funny because my dad sent it to me, and he's like, "Hey, did you see this? In April there's a PS5 Pro with water cooling coming out," and it's like some random YouTube page saying it. I'm like, no, that's fake. There's no way that's coming out. It's just like there's so many different people trying to be reporters or report news. Where now I don't know if the lines are being blurred, where organizations don't know who actually to trust or validate and follow up on their sources. For me, if I see a report out there, I don't always just believe it the second I see it. I want to know. Let me go dig into this a little bit. Let me see if I can find a couple other places saying this. Otherwise, I'm not going to believe it. Yeah. Especially with something like this. I mean, it's a pretty big cut. But from everything I've been seeing, a lot of people are excited about VR, especially when they actually experience it. A lot of people are blown away, like Ryan McCaffrey, where he was stumbling on his words trying to explain how awesome it was seeing the DeLorean, a car he had for 13 years, how it's like picture perfect. Everything's like exactly how he remembered it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree with both you and Bari. From Bari's perspective, I definitely get it where, no one's perfect, which I do agree. And like you said, even game industry made a mistake with reporting the numbers on PlayStation or God of War Ragnarok. My thing is, and this is something that we've talked about ad nauseum for quite some time now, but my whole thing is just when it comes to journalism, more specifically game media journalism, it's not in the best light right now, amongst gamers within the community because of, and I'm not even just talking from a PlayStation perspective, I'm just speaking in general, because of the obvious lack of integrity and objectivity when it comes to approaching certain things in gaming or speaking on certain things in a more fair or leveled way. So with things like this, this type of misinformation, like reporting incorrect numbers on like the sales of a game, I don't think that's as harmful as misreporting manufacturing numbers, because stuff like that can actually hurt the stock price. Stuff like that, especially we know how especially with some a company like Bloomberg and a report, reports coming from someone like Bloomberg who's very well connected in stock market news reporting and things like that and trading and all that stuff. reports like that can hurt stock prices, can hurt sales project. It's a lot more detrimental. So that's why I think it's very important to just make sure things is on the up and up, especially as of late, where like there's been a lot of misinformation and just crazy things being spread where it's like, yo, what? Like, what is this is not true, or this is not the full story, like we see with Forspoken. But I'm just glad that PlayStation came out and confirmed that this wasn't true, and really like set the record straight with that. Because normally they wouldn't really reply to stuff like this, but for something like this, I think this is more on a serious note that you really need to speak up on, especially when it's coming from a source like Bloomberg. If this was, if this was like rinky dink site saying it, I don't think PlayStation would have responded. But because it came from Bloomberg, they had to respond here. They absolutely did, because Bloomberg has a lot of power. Yeah, Bloomberg has a lot of power in the media world, and again, not just in gaming, but in the stock market and financial market and things like that. So that's absolutely something they had to report on. They had to confirm.
Yeah, and they had to knit this, because like you said, like this type of information, I know you went to the stock market aspect, but it also hurts on the consumer side, because some people are waiting to see like, oh, is this a popular, some people buy stuff because it's popular. So now that you've seen something like, oh, they're cutting their forecast because the pre-order numbers was down, some people might be hesitant to get into it because they want to see how PlayStation is going to support the device. But knowing that a product is being a lot of people is buying it and it's being supported, people would definitely go in to buy it. So yeah, PlayStation definitely has to respond to stuff like that, if it's true or not.
Yep, 100%. But all right, man, let's get into some rapid fire news real quick. We're not going to spend too much time on this. Just want to get through it really, really fast so that we get to the discussion. And first, man, let's talk about Jedi Survivor, which, Star Wars Jedi Survivor is too good to be true. We already got a slew of games coming out between January and March. So EA and Respawn, they confirmed that Jedi Survivor has been delayed and will now come out April 28th, 2023. And, they say here really quickly, I'll read it. It says, for the last 3 years, the Jedi team here at Respawn has poured its collective heart and soul into Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and we are proud to say the next chapter in the tale of Cal Kestis is content complete. We are now focused entirely on the final stage bug fixes to enhance performance, stability, polish, and most importantly, the player experience. Jedi Survivor is a direct response to the feedback from our community, delivering expansive destinations to explore, evolved combat and traversal, and of course, the continuation of Cal and BD's story. Making this game has truly made us the better team, and we have pushed ourselves to every level to make this the Star Wars sequel our fans expect from Respawn and Lucasfilm Games. In order for the team to hit the Respawn quality bar, provide the team the time they need, and achieve the level of polish our fans deserve, we have added 6 crucial weeks to our release schedule. Star Wars Jedi Survivor will now release globally on April 28th. So yeah, bug fixes, which I think that's good, because the first game was very, very buggy, like very buggy. It's a great game, but it suffered from a lot of bugs. And looking at the little snippets of gameplay that we did see in the trailer that we got, it looks like they're definitely trying to, tighten up their graphics on level 3, so to speak. Shout out to Corey Barlog. Definitely trying to make sure that this is like a very high quality experience, especially since now it's next gen only. So there really aren't any excuses. Y'all agree? There's no excuse?
No excuses. I mean, it's not like it's a crazy delay either. You know what I mean? We're not waiting 6 months, next year. It just delaying it, by a couple of weeks. So what the original date was, March 20 something?
Yeah.
And then now it was
just
March, pretty much like a month delay.
Pretty much a month delay. Yeah, it's like a month.
This game is one of those games that I'm highly anticipating. So yeah, I want a well polished experience, because I love the first game. And yeah, playing on the PlayStation 4, yeah, bugs was a little issues, where you had to start over and stuff like that, getting trapped into the world, elevators and stuff like that. So I'm happy that they are listening to the community and making sure that the game is running smoothly, bugs. You're not going to solve all the bug issues, but hopefully, it's not like a mass thing where people are experiencing these type of bugs. But yeah,
Mhm.
I'm excited for it. This was definitely going to be like my main go-to game in March. But it's opened up the door for Resident Evil 4, man. You know what I mean? So
Yep. RE4 and it's another game releasing in March. I forget. But go ahead, continue.
But the thing is, what sucks though, Persona, is that we have Mega Man.
I know that's
Legacy.
what I was thinking of. That comes out in April, and then like 2 weeks. The crazy thing is, 2 weeks after this drops, it's Zelda. So it's like, yo, Star Wars is a big game, and this I'm in the same boat as you, where this is like one of my most anticipated games of the year as well. I love the first game, so this second game I definitely want to see the continuation of Cal Kestis' story, and see how they play it up. But man, it's a lot of gaming, like between like April and May and June. It's just like, yo, it's crazy. It's a lot. What's your thoughts on this, DC? I don't know if you're still there or not.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Let me pull up the topic. Yeah, Jedi Survivor. I really liked the first game. I actually played after it was patched up. It's one of my favorite games from last gen. I'm always for a delay, especially if it means that on launch day we're not going to run into any bugs or have any issues. That's one of the most frustrating things. When you're waiting for a game for a long time and you finally get to play it, and it's crashing on you, you can't even really enjoy it, and then you got to wait for a patch. Who knows how long that could take? So, if this means that we're going to get a more polished experience, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. And somebody mentioned in the chat, I forgot, the Horizon Forbidden West DLC releases in April 19th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sheesh.
But we get that before the game come out. So
yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's stacked.
I'm pretty sure around that time, God of War New Game Plus will probably be out too.
Yeah.
They said spring, right?
Yep, they did. Spring. Jeez, man. Sheesh.
Yo, we going through it right now from January to February, bro. Because I'm pretty sure, if you play Forspoken, you have Dead Space, you have Monster Hunter Rise, then quickly Hogwarts Legacy about to drop. Then right after Hogwarts, you have Wild Hearts and oh no, that got delayed.
Octopath Traveler 2.
Whenever. Oh,
Octopath Traveler 2.
Octopath Traveler, Destiny. Yo, people should be busy, man. There should be no drama in this gaming community, man. You should be busy playing games. And then you have all these betas, like fighting games and updates that's coming soon too. So it's a crazy time, man.
You already know what matters right after Forspoken is Hogwarts. I mean, like straight up, like Tuesday, I can't wait. I might even take off that day. Let me chill. But moving on, man. Let's move on from that, man.
Wulong is March.
Wulong is March.
Oh yeah, like a Dragon Ishin.
Like a Dragon. I'm not picking that up, but Wulong in March. I'm digging the Wulong gameplay as well. I'm definitely gonna pick that up.
And we keep forgetting VR.
VR is literally that week of the 22nd, man. That's gonna take a lot of time as well.
You about to be busy, man.
Yo, facts. But moving on, man. So, let's get into some rumors real quick. And this rumor is kind of crazy, man. So this is coming from Jeff Grubb, where he was talking about this on his Game Mess or Giant Bomb show, where he's speaking on Marvel's Wolverine that's being developed by Insomniac Games. Again, guys, these are rumors. Take with a grain of salt. And shout out to Jeff Grubb, man. Cool guy. We had him on the show. He's a really great guy. But this room is kind of crazy. So let me list this out. So apparently, Insomniac is reportedly targeting a fall 2024 release window for Wolverine on PS5. This will put the game around a year after Spider-Man 2, which is slated for. However, Insomniac is also but he's also saying Insomniac is also reporting a 2025 launch internally. The studio is also aiming for a hard R rating and is looking to avoid any ties with Fox's X-Men movies by using a pre-X-Men Wolverine. Speaking on Game Mess Mornings on Giant Bomb, Grubb also briefly discussed what Wolverine will look like, claiming it won't be fully open world, but rather have several open sections of a world to explore. He also suggests that Spider-Man and Wolverine will share the same universe and that the Claude antihero may show up in post-credits or Spider-Man 2. Don't hype, yo.
I mean, that's what they were aiming for
man.
when they first announced it. They said that they're creating a whole Marvel
universe.
gaming universe.
Yeah, that is, I think is true. Like, because the Insomniac themselves said that.
Yeah, Insomniac definitely confirmed that for sure. I can definitely pull up that blog article.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, rated R. I think that's what a lot of people wanted. That was like the real question. Like, is this going to be a rated R game?
I thought they confirmed. I thought they confirmed that it was going to be mature rated though.
They never confirmed that. They always said though this was coming after Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
So you know what I mean, whether it's like 2024, 2025. I don't think it's going to be 2025 because from what Brian Horton is saying, he's saying that the story is pretty much done. You know what I mean? It's just they're doing
mocap started. No, I was going to say the story's done, but they've been mocapping since 2021.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, it lines up. It lines up to everything what Insomniac has kind of been saying. So other than the rated R, that's the big reveal, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think a lot of this is, although again it's rumors, so let's not treat this as facts, right?
Yeah.
You know, we got to say that for the disclaimers. But I think a lot of this is pretty spot on because you know if you read any of the comic books, Wolverine and Spider-Man have teamed up together and fought each other. You know, at one point as well from the comic books.
That's
so
why I want the Daredevil as well. Insomniac, holla at your boy.
Nah, Daredevil. I would want Naughty Dog to make Daredevil, but I think when it comes to what's being said here, I think a lot of this is plausible. I can see a lot of this. Now the game stuff, the game universe, that's gonna be fire. If Wolverine is in the post credits, bro. Well, let me ask you this question. Do you think we're gonna get Wolverine gameplay this year, or like a true trailer that's gonna show like little snippets of gameplay or something like that? You think we're gonna get something like that this year?
That's a good question. As a fan, I will want it, but I can understand from a business perspective that they'll probably hold that off because you do want to market Spider-Man, so you want to showcase that gameplay and whatnot. And you want to make sure everybody's focused on that Marvel game. So I can understand if they don't show it, but as a fan, like, you know what I mean, that want, you know, the cake and the ice cream and everything, absolutely I want them to show that joint, you feel me? But
yeah,
we'll see.
DC, what's your thoughts on all this? You believe in any of this, or you think it's just a bunch of hoopla?
And that's the crazy thing about rumors, because, you know, sometimes they'll just put enough information where you can believe it, but at the same time, it's stuff most people could probably guess what happened with the game. I think it'd be dope if it does come out in fall 2024. That just means, you know, Insomniac is wizards when it comes to this game development stuff. You know, just imagine dropping Spider-Man 2 and then the next year they already got Wolverine ready. And then, you know, I'm a Ratchet and Clank fan, so, you know, they might have, you know, something from that universe ready as well. You know, Insomniac's really next level with this stuff. But I do hope it's a hard R rating. I don't know why I said hard. Just reading the
hard R.
Yeah, that hard on. That was kind of crazy.
If it is that rating, that's going to be interesting to see how they cross over him into the Spider-Man universe. You know, Spider-Man, he's not really killing people well. I mean, obviously he's kicking people off the building, but you don't see him stabbing people and stuff like that. So,
well, he'll probably just be much more, like just a more stoic, brood type of guy in like the Spider-Man universe. But then when he gets in his own game, I can absolutely see, you know, especially if they're going for mature rating here, I absolutely see Wolverine, which it should really and truly, a Wolverine game should be a mature rating. Like him slashing off people's arms and legs and shit, they absolutely gonna go. They going for that Last of Us. I think they're gonna go for that Last of Us Part 2, where like you getting sliced up, bruh. Like,
yeah, imagine the Berserker barraging like a human being, and they all sliced.
Listen, guys, and listen. I love Spider-Man is one of my favorite Marvel heroes of all time. Like, he's in my top 3. But you know who also is there? Wolverine. So I'm conflicted. I can't wait for Spider-Man 2. Venom. We might even see Carnage. That'd be crazy if we see Carnage. I don't think so, but Venom and Miles, and I'm excited for that. But this Wolverine game, especially since it's coming from Insomniac, yo man, I'm hyped. I'm so hyped for this game, and I want this game to be perfect. And the fact that Brian Norton and the team is making this, man, I've got a lot of faith in them, man. They're gonna knock this out the park. They're gonna knock this game out the park. Yeah, Brian Norton is a good dude, man. Like, they're gonna knock this out the park, man. I know they are. But
guys, I gotta dip out. Appreciate y'all having me on. It's been a really good show. Chat, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all support these brothers. Ever since I came to this community in May, they've welcomed me with open arms. Kind of crazy. It feels like I've known y'all for years, but it's really only been like a couple months. That's the craziest thing about it.
Facts,
but
man.
yeah, man, I gotta go. Shout out to the PlayStation Nation. Keep playing those games. Stay out the drama. And I'm out.
Facts. Shout out to you, DC.
Make sure y'all follow my man DC on Twitter as well, man.
Yes, sir. We're gonna put the links in and all that in the chat. Shout out to DC, man. We definitely appreciate him pulling up, rocking out. I know it's a long show. It's a long ass show. But we almost at the end, guys.
Hold up, y'all like 3 hours. Hold up,
yeah,
bro.
hold up. I gotta go.
I got a wife and kids.
Yes, I gotta go. But this last bit of news, real quick. Then we'll get into the topic. Naughty Dog got renewed for a season. Last of Us TV show on HBO Max got renewed for season 2. I don't think anybody's surprised here. This is
absolutely.
They're smashing records with this show. So I think it's no surprise that Last of Us season 2 is here. And Last of Us season 2 is going to focus on part 2 of the game. So all you Joel apologists or crybabies, get ready. Because that golf club and shotgun, or that baseball bat and that shotgun is coming. Or golf club.
It's not going to be 1-to-1 Persona, so Joe might live.
Yo, could you imagine if they don't do it like that? I bet it. We're going to save that for offline talk.
People won't get upset at that because it's not a 1-to-1. So
crazy.
Nah, congrats to Naughty Dog and congrats to the Last of Us TV show. Yes, it is an amazing TV show. Don't get it twisted. I might have my criticisms for episode 3, but I think overall the show is amazing and they're doing a great job.
Yes, sir.
But I'm down for season 2. Can't wait, and can't wait for the rest of the episodes for this season. So I'm hyped.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. Listen, if you made it to this far in the show, guys, we're gonna give y'all trophies, man, because y'all deserve them.
Sure.
Y'all gonna get a whole bunch of trophies, man. Whole bunch of trophies.
Did you bust out the trophies at the beginning? Cause Viper gonna
get
you.
I did.
Okay.
At the very beginning. Yeah, I did. Oh, here go the trophies again.
Viper don't play that.
There go some trophies, man. There go the trophies for y'all, man. All right, man. Sure. Listen, we are now in the discussion portion of the show, guys. And Bari, pull up a seat.
Uh-oh.
Bari, pull up a chair. You and I need to talk. Pull up a seat, sir.
You want me to stand up or you want me to sit down?
I said pull up a chair. That means I want you to sit down. Don't play games.
Well, you said pull up a chair. You didn't say pull up a chair and sit down. You just say pull up a chair. So you got to specify. You got to be specific as far as you want me to pull up a chair and sit down, or you just want me to pull up a chair and stand next to it.
I want you to pull up a chair and sit down. I want you to plant roots. Sit down.
Okay. I got you. You want me to put the tendrils?
Yes, sir.
Into the chair.
Put your tendrils in the chair, sir. Because I need to talk to you. Okay?
Gotcha.
Are you sitting down? Confirm that you are sitting down, sir.
I'm sitting right now. Yeah, I'm sitting.
Oh, all right.
Let me get comfy. Let me cross my legs. All right, then now we can rock.
Bari, I need you to explain to the court.
Oh my God.
I need you, Bari, to explain to the court why is PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo skipping E3 2023? What did you tell us? Well, you want to be where your competition is.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be where your competition is. PlayStation needs to go to E3 because that's where its competition is. That's what he told us, ladies and gentlemen. Well, not today.
I told y'all, but go ahead.
That is what you said.
I didn't say PlayStation needs to go to E3.
Yes, you did.
I would like PlayStation to go to E3 because you have your competition there. I don't want them to take up all the goddamn gaming news.
Tomato. The fact of the matter is, that is what you said. Tomato. You playing games. You told us that PlayStation needs to be where its competition is. Well, Jay Bari,
absolutely.
Their competition is not there anymore. Now let me ask you: would you like your crow fried, baked, sautéed, grilled, microwaved, air fried,
Okay.
What kind of crow would you like, sir?
Let's play into the whole competition will be there. Is PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox competition?
Absolutely.
And was PlayStation there at E3?
Nope.
So if your competition is not there, what are you gonna do?
I'm asking the questions here, Jay Bari. I'm asking the questions here, sir.
Hey, I'm the best at what I do.
That's
brother.
a bad faith question, sir.
The competition for those two platforms ain't there. The main competition.
Yeah, but the whole time you was crying that PlayStation needed to be there, and PlayStation saw the writing on the wall and pulled out years ago, and you still saying they need to be where their competition is. Go ahead.
Let me clarify because the reason why I was saying I want PlayStation to be in there because E3 that period is a period where I enjoy watching what's come from PlayStation. Is where the big news come, and I don't want the news cycle just to be filled up with what Xbox or Nintendo is doing while PlayStation is sitting back and they waiting to do their own little show whenever they do it. I'm not saying within the time period. At the end of the day, I'm always going to be that person saying that wherever your competition is at doing something, I think you should be there as well. I said the same thing when it came to Xbox, when it comes to Tokyo Game Show. Why, when it was being absent at Tokyo Game Show, I'm like, yo, your competition is there. This your major competition. Why are you not there? You know what I mean? And the same thing applied when PlayStation not really showing up at Tokyo Game Show. So the same thing apply. My whole argument is that I don't understand why people would say PlayStation doesn't need to be at E3, which is understandable. I understand it, but why wouldn't you want PlayStation to be at E3? Because I'm pretty sure if PlayStation were to announce that they are at E3, the whole energy would change. Like, oh, E3 is back. That was my whole argument. But E3 itself has been on a
huge decline.
Downward spiral as far as the whole ESA, and I'm pretty sure that contract agreements as far as how to rent out these show floor spaces, they probably these companies are not agreeing to it. That's the main thing about E3 is the show floor stuff. Like everybody been doing their own thing in their own little event area or their own space. When it comes to Xbox, they've been doing it at Xbox Theater. Nintendo been doing their own little digital showcases. Even the third party, the EA, the Ubisoft, they've been doing their own thing outside of the place where E3 is actually at. But they all had their games being showcased on the show floor where they spend the money to pay for. So that's why I think the reasons why Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation, all that stuff are moving away, because why spend all that money on the show floor when COVID has shown a lot of people that you can still be effective in your marketing and your pull by having these showcases. My whole thing is that I love the interaction of the physical interaction of being there. So I don't want that stuff to just be gone.
Yeah, but we
see how effective a digidigital showcase can be. You know, not
even just a digital showcase.
One second. That's why I always brought the comparison with PlayStation Showcase. You know what I mean? Right now, PlayStation is doing great and amazing, but you wouldn't want PlayStation Showcase to come back so you can interact with the PlayStation community and people that we met for all these years. That stuff I would want a PlayStation all those digital events.
I would want a PlayStation experience to come back. That is something that I would want, and that was something outside of E3. I would argue, and this is just me personally, I got more joy out of going to PlayStation experiences and watching that than E3. And didn't really see a need for them to be there if they were to do a PlayStation experience again.
Oh, but that's my whole thing. As E3.
No, it's not. But it's not.
Showcase a game on the show floor.
Yeah. In terms of the concept, yes. But I'm saying it's still their own thing outside of that's separate from E3. And what I'm saying is, if they were still keeping E3s going, PlayStation experiences, I think that is the better route in my opinion, because you're able to be more in tune with the actual gamers, and obviously press and all that is still there.
Your own community of gamers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your own community of gamers. That's my whole thing.
I agree with you 100%. I would take a PlayStation experience over E3 at the end of the day, but I still don't want something like E3 to go away, because it's that personal interactions of meeting other people that is going to go away. Take away the whole PlayStation component and what PlayStation gamers benefit is just the human interaction as far as going to a booth, playing a game, meeting other like-minded people is going to be gone and missed in that physical interaction having all these digital shows. That's why I'm saying that.
I get that. But
I personally, regardless on what y'all think E3 is, which is weird in my opinion, if PlayStation is there, E3 is 100% better because now your favorite company
PlayStation is there,
platform is there.
No, I agree. I agree with that. But the thing that I was just saying, like I was saying the other day when we were talking about this, when it comes to E3 versus like Summer Game Fest and some of these other shows, I feel Summer Game Fest is the better bet when it comes to aligning yourself with a big show or something like that, where you know you're going to get the eyes on you. The thing with these shows, you know, and I know this might not be well received, but these shows aren't really are in terms of like the in-person stuff is most of them after these journalists and shit like that anyway. It didn't really start being real more public friendly until quite a few, you know, like a couple years ago. But I think when
what happened when it went public?
No, I get that.
It shattered records.
Yes, but what I'm saying is Summer Game Fest is the new kid on the block. It's the new shit.
No,
straight up.
The only reason why we're saying that, because we're seeing the dwindling numbers of E3 and why we're seeing the dwindling numbers of E3.
Obviously, but not only that, we're also seeing the success of things that Keighley has been doing in the community, right? When you look at the Game Awards last year, it shattered viewership records. If I'm a company looking at where I want to align myself for my next bit of games to really make sure that all eyes are on my games, it's like I said to you before, Keighley is good at selling a show. Keighley is good at getting people in seats and getting eyes on the screen. And I think with Keighley being a more grassroots, approach to how he's doing his shows and doing these types of things, it's also a cheaper and safer bet with still also getting the outcomes that you want, which is you're getting as many eyes as possible on your games. I think with E3, hold on. I think with E3 had its time, right? But you know, with the whole security breach thing that happened with the ESA and the money that they want and all this other shit, ain't nobody trying to mess with that no more, man. And really and truly, they're not the big kid on the block anymore. Keighley came in, especially during the pandemic. Keighley came in, seized the opportunity, and now he is the new it when it comes to these types of showcases. And if it's a more digital,
saying that you're missing. If PlayStation is not at these events that Keighley is doing, what would be your mindset? Would it still apply that Keighley is the person to do?
Yes, because it's still getting the numbers. It would still get the numbers.
No, it's not. No, it's not, bro. PlayStation is the reason why he's getting those numbers. That's why he's promoting. PlayStation Naughty Dog is going to be here.
I get that, and I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, Keighley is still getting big numbers. His Game Awards wasn't a place. His Game Awards,
PlayStation is
there.
No.
I'm talking about the Game Awards. His Game Awards numbers have gone up year over year, and this year was the highest it's ever been. PlayStation was not the main focus there.
Yes, but they're still there. You're talking about a showcase or event that PlayStation is not there at all.
I get that.
Compared to something that PlayStation is there. The reason why the numbers is going to be good for Jeff Keighley because PlayStation is there. If PlayStation is not there, the numbers going to dwindle. That's why E3 numbers are dwindling since 2018 as far as like a viewership thing, because the main biggest audience is not being satisfied because the company is not being showcasing nothing. That's what I'm saying, bro.
But
the only reason why we're bringing up Keighley and everything like that, because if Keighley didn't have PlayStation there at his events or his showcases or Game Awards, I'm pretty sure them numbers is not going to be as high as what people are saying right now.
But PlayStation, at his stuff, PlayStation is not the main focus. This is what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
It doesn't need to be the main focus.
Yeah, but you're trying to make it. But you're trying to make it look like PlayStation is the reason why his showcase is super successful.
It is.
I would say it's a contributing factor, but I don't think it's also the main thing because there's a ton of other stuff.
I know you're not being truthful because you wouldn't even do a live stream if they didn't announce that PlayStation
why you telling my business? Why you telling my business?
Stop it. You wouldn't even last that 3 hours. You was waiting until Naughty Dog show whatever they got to say, bro. Let's stop it, man. You was gonna knock that. You was gonna cut that stream off. You know that's a fact. I don't know how you just listen, regardless if they're not the main thing. The fact that they have a presence there compared to something that don't have a presence there, of course the numbers is going to be up.
Barry, why you debating me like this is Twitter space talking to one of them fools, man? You talking to me, brother? Why you had to go for the kill like that? Why you had to go for the jugular? God damn! This was supposed to be a fun debate that we was gonna joke around and have some fun, and you just went Twitter debate on me, brother. What the heck?
My bad. I was getting hyped. I ain't gonna lie. I was getting
Damn,
hyped.
brother.
My bad, bro.
This was all supposed to be jokes. Y'all see this man in the chat, bro? This man just went serious on me, bro. This was a joke. This was all meant to set up to be a joke. And the man is just, I'm like, whoa, brother. This not serious.
I've been on it this week, man. I've been on it this week.
This ain't a serious debate, Barry. This is just jokes.
Bad dog. My bad. Why you ain't warn me then, man?
I told you before the show. Oh my God.
You're right.
Hey, yo, man. Hey, yo, let's move on from this dog shit, man. Yo, listen, E3 is done. All right? E3 is done.
It is done. It's that. E3 is gone.
That shit is done, man.
Back to the last thing, though. I just don't want, not necessarily E3, but I don't want events like that to be done. Because, like I said, you're going to miss that physical interaction. Meeting other like-minded gamers. Regardless of how you feel about E3, that was a great source of that. And knowing that these digital events are cheaper, knowing that these digital events are very effective as well, you can eliminate a lot of these showcases and these things, these events that happen, physically, because it costs more money to get people there. It costs more money to rent these spaces. It costs more money to have these venues and things like that. But I just don't want those things to go away. That's why I always bring up PlayStation Experience as my example, because people that have went to PlayStation Experience, it's been a fun event to interact with other like-minded gamers. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I think E3 is very, because remember back in the day we would always have like our big event where we would all stream different events and watch it together and shit. So like E3 is definitely it's had its moment, and I definitely miss those days. But once PlayStation left, that shit didn't matter to me no more. Like straight up,
I'm saying
it didn't matter. It definitely didn't matter. So I think it's one of those things. And again, I think the other side of it is Keeley sees the opportunity on everything else. Yeah, PlayStation is definitely going to bring the numbers. I agree 100%. But
Keeley cool with PlayStation.
Yeah, Keeley's very cool with PlayStation. But I also think that Keeley also sees that opportunity during the pandemic time, that now he's in a stronger position than E3 is. And E3 is still trying to ask for like pre-pandemic numbers in terms of pricing and all that. Hell no. You don't got that pull no more. Whatever.
This is the Harry Potter thing.
Oh yeah, you got that Slytherin.
Slytherin.
Yeah.
His Patronus is Black Mama. This man is a whole snake, bro.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. That man.
He a whole snake. Even the Patronus is a snake, brother.
That's crazy.
What's going on, man? I want to see your answers.
Yo, facts. That man was straight up like, yo, everybody can burn. I don't give a damn. It's all about me. And that's
that man evil.
Yo, facts. That's crazy.
You could even get a rabbit.
Yo,
you know what I mean? A squirrel for Patronus. You got a whole ass Black Mamba, bro.
The man Patronus is a snake too. That's how you know, man. That's how you know. Jesus. Yo, Corey said at J Bari went full spaces mode on Persona. Y'all hear this, brother? I'm sitting there like, yo, is this a joke anymore? Are we really in a serious debate? I was like,
yo, Persona have the topic set up and say, in caps, J Bari explain. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, you come for me.
Hey man, I was coming for the shins, but I shouldn't have came for the shins, man.
But for 2 years I had to deal with Persona, sick, work. Everybody talking about, you don't need E3. Man, Bari, you wrong. You don't need E3. Yeah, I'm gonna go off. I'm sorry. Apologize.
All right, last discussion, and this will be quick. We don't really got to spend a lot of time on this, but I do want to get your thoughts really quickly. So we're seeing a large number of games as a service be shut down. Man. A lot of live service games, especially this week. In this past week, shout out to Gamatsu. I love that's another publication I love, especially when it comes to my Japanese stuff. Famitsu and Gamatsu are like the main publications I use. I love them. But live service games that got canned. So we got Apex Legends Mobile, Battlefield Mobile, Crime Site, Crossfire X, Dragon Quest: The Adventures of Dai, The Hero Bond, Echo VR, Knockout City, Long Live School Idol Festival, and then Rumbleverse yesterday recently got canned. And then we know about Babylon's Fall that got canned. Then we know about Avengers that's now done. So Bari, and I wish DC was still here, man, because this was a question I wanted to ask him too. My question is, and this was the secret topic. My question is, we're seeing a lot of these games as a service games being shut down. Seeing all this stuff kind of get shut down or lose support or whatever the case may be, a lot sooner than you would expect. How worried does this make you when it comes to PlayStation's endeavor into the games as a service realm?
Well, Persona, great question, by the way, because you know me and I know you.
Mm-hmm.
You know me more than I know you, but I know you more than you know me. So we know each other. And this has been a very, very, heated topic on What's Up PlayStation podcast when it came to PlayStation 12. Live service games.
Yes, sir.
But the people in this chat said, this is where gaming is going. PlayStation shouldn't listen to you guys. This is great for gamers.
But this is great for gamers.
This is where the business is going.
But this is great for gamers.
When we was being critical, not saying that we don't hate games as a service. We don't hate games as a service because we know a lot of these games as a service, they don't last like that. Not everything is that anomaly like Fortnite and all that stuff. It doesn't happen. Majority of them do end their life cycle. Some of these things are ending rapidly though. That's the question. So PlayStation going into this, 10 to 12 up to 2026 live service games was always a worrisome for us. Because we always brought up like, why the hell are you doing so much? That's not the essence of PlayStation. But this is where the money is getting. They can get money from microtransactions. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's always been a worry. You know what I mean? That they do all this and seeing all these live service games go. And the funny thing about it, every time we talk about these live service games like the Babylon Fall, the Avengers, here the same people that's defending PlayStation talking about this is great what PlayStation's doing with these live service. They don't play these goddamn games.
Mm-hmm.
How you bash every single live service game but want to defend the ones that PlayStation doing? And the fun fact, we don't even know what the hell PlayStation is doing with these games. We don't know the concept. We don't know what they are. How are we praising them and giving all this trust? Crazy. Like games as a service, it definitely has its place within this community or this industry. But yo, they need to relax, yo. They need to relax with some of these joints, man. Too much of these games are coming out. Too much of these games are coming out half-baked. So much of them are not impressive. They're not engaging. I'm surprised that Knockout City and Rumbleverse is going that quick.
Bro, Knockout City came out like the fall last year, bro.
Yeah, they're actually fun. I mean, Knockout City was a pretty fun game. Rumbleverse, the fighting game community was having a great time with that. The game ain't been out for 6 months yet. It's going. You know what I mean? But this is the path that you want PlayStation to choose. I'm not saying that they shouldn't experiment. I'm not saying that they shouldn't test the grounds. But 12? all this money we saw from the presentation that it invested all these millions of dollars into live service games. Let's hope these joints last 3 months. You know what I mean? Even the ones that they invested into on the PlayStation side, like Destruction All-Stars, a very fun game. Most of y'all didn't even want to give a chance because you couldn't shoot a gun.
And there was no support for that either, though.
Yeah, let's not pick up the DualSense and give this thing a try to see if I would like it. Nah, I'm not going to play it because it's a live service games, and it doesn't have any guns to shoot. Game is dead. Every live service game that get announced out here that's dead because you guys come into they're going to nickel and dime me. But you want PlayStation do 12?
My whole thing too is there's definitely something bigger happening behind the scenes within the game industry, because a couple weeks ago, or maybe a week or two ago, we saw that not PlayStation, but the industry, not the gaming industry, but the tech industry saw a lot of layoffs due to recession and all these other things, and some of those layoffs did trickle into the gaming space as well. And then another thing that we started to see was we started seeing a lot of articles and things about gaming projects being canceled behind the scenes. So things that were in play or in flight are now, permanently ground. They're done. They're not being worked on. They're not being made. They're canceled, which is a crazy thing to hear. But then also to see some of the things that's more in the public that we know about with a lot of these games, the service games that are being canceled. It's one of the things that I've been saying for God knows how long now is, when it comes to games as a service, I don't really view that as the devil, like how some people may view it as this evil thing, but there is a certain way of doing it. And I think there's a lot of developers that just don't necessarily have both the bodies to support it for a long period of time, but also the foresight to create something that's engaging enough to keep people around. When it comes to creating a gameplay loop that is both engaging, which is fun, refreshing, but also something that won't get boring so quick to the point that it won't keep people around, that in itself is very difficult to do. And when you look at some of these games as a service games, they almost feel like prototypes, when they release. They release in beta, it be in beta for 4 years, but they still want you to pay. And it's just and that's why I know that they're not really finishing these games out, because they're releasing too frequently. There's too many of them releasing, and then when you play it, it's nothing. It's like a tutorial, 2 or 3 maps, and that's it. And it's what is this? And I think from how I look at it, when it comes to games as a service games, especially games that you want people to pay full price for to gain access to, it needs to be a complete product. And that's not what we've been getting. The 3 things that people need to developers need to understand, publishers and all that, is when you're putting out these games as a service games, they need to be content rich out the gate. There needs to be substantial content there for people that's going to get into it and play the gameplay loop and all this other stuff. But it seems like they're making these games as a service games for people who don't necessarily play games or play games that much. And it's if someone's not playing it that much, that means they're not spending that much either. You can't do that, especially if you want somebody to dedicate time. And that's why I think Genshin Impact got it right, because it's a very large, expansive world. They support the hell out this game, and there was a lot to do out the gate, so much so that it almost felt overwhelming. When you look at Destiny has messed up quite a bit, but they got a lot of it right. Especially when it comes to the content release schedule. These games they releasing is bullshit, man.
It's another aspect that live service games, the games as a service, has always been a risky thing, because it's not the complete game from the start, right? But the if you really want your game to keep up with the times, you got to constantly add stuff, constantly add content, and that stuff is not cheap. You're also managing servers, you're managing whatever you got to do, and top of developing new content every single time. When it comes to expansions or just regular little knickknacks or whatnot, it's a huge investment into going into a game as a service. That's why you want that initial play. A lot of people love your game and love the addictive loop of the game because it determines if you're going to further development or put more investment money into it. Sometimes people get that emerging gameplay or that fun and addictive gameplay, like a Knockout City. Knockout City was a fun game. A lot of people was enjoying that game, but they probably couldn't keep up with the times like a game like a Fortnite, a Genshin Impact, because more people's gonna be like, oh, there's new stuff here at Fortnite, there's new stuff here at Genshin, and they're gonna miss out on your game because you can't keep up with the times because you probably don't have the money, the funding to get that content out like that. You know what I mean? So
not only that, but you got
huge risk. You can get a huge reward from it, but it's a huge risk. You know
yeah,
what
but
I mean?
not
When it
only
comes
that,
to
but
those
you know,
games.
imitation. You know, sometimes imitation isn't the greatest form of flattery because you're not doing it right. You know, especially when it comes to trying to make these Fortnite ripoffs when it comes to the art style and all this other bullshit. But the game is just not fun. It's not a fun game. It may look like Fortnite, but it isn't Fortnite because the gameplay loop isn't a fun, addicting experience. You know, it's not something that's built to to keep you engaged. It's very segmented. It's very detached. You know, and it just playing a lot of these live service games, I'm good. Like, I love Avengers, I love Babylon's Fall and all that stuff, but a lot of these other ones that I've tried, garbage. Like, straight up. No, all due respect, it's garbage. It's just like, where's the rest of the game? And it's like when it's free to play, you can't complain. That's why they release it in that state. Because who's going to complain about a free to play game? You're just going to delete it and move on. And that's what a lot of people do.
Is hella rich.
Yep.
The gameplay lacking, the content lacking, but that store, it got everything you need.
Yep. Packed. So it's like, and that's what people do. They're like, oh, okay, you know what? It is free to play. Let me just delete it and move on. And that's why these games die. Paladins, that was another one. There was another like Fortnite style game. Not Fortnite, but like one of those like superhero shooter games, like Overwatch and shit that came out that they ended up shutting down like 3 months later because this shit just ain't take off.
Oh, Rumbleverse just came out, bruh.
Yeah, it did.
Yo, that's crazy, dog. Like, sheesh. Like, what numbers were you expecting? You know what I mean? For that thing to just be announcing that we're closing up. Because that takes a lot to tell gamers like, yo, the game that you dedicated your time to, spent money to, we're closing up in the next 2 months.
Yeah, and it's like, crazy. Oh, but you're not going to get your money back. What? And again, it'd be chock full of shit in the store, but no content. And like I said, taking on a games as a service game, it's to keep up with that content schedule it has to be tough. Because if it was easy, a lot of these developers would be doing it. They're not.
Nope.
So,
it's crazy, man. But hey, y'all want 12?
It is what it is.
We're gonna see, man. I have a lot of faith and trust in PlayStation, but yo, just seeing this stuff,
it's worrying though. Like, it's not even like me trying to shit
already,
it's worrying because and it's not to shit on PlayStation, right? Because I've got a lot of faith as well, but it's just worrisome to see games as a service games in this type of state and then seeing PlayStation coming in. Now, obviously, PlayStation I'm sure they're seeing all of this and learning from those mistakes and making sure that they can navigate that type of stuff effectively. But, I do think that they need to definitely understand the undertaking that they're taking here with.
I commit so much though. That's my thing.
12, that's a lot, man. But we're gonna have to see, man. We don't even know about any of them, really, except for factions, which we don't even know if that's gonna be GAAS or not. We don't know nothing about factions, really. We don't know what. Everyone is assuming it's GAAS or live service. We don't know. We still waiting. It is what it is, though. Yo, listen, man. If you made it to the end of the show, man, you guys are going to get your lovely trophies And we're gonna give you that lovely platinum as well. And man, y'all got 113 platinums, man. That's fire.
Yo, 113 shows, man. You cooking. Yo, one thing I do appreciate when it comes to like the What's Up PlayStation, podcast community, that you guys definitely understand us and respect us. Like when it comes to like big games or like big events that happens, like in our lives or just in gaming. It's like, yeah, Bari and Persona, they gonna take off this week, but y'all will come back the next week like, yep, we're good to go. You know what I mean? We got y'all. You know what I mean? So that's always a good feeling to see. That you guys understand us, how we flow, and still support with some of the. I know there's times when those big games come out, you definitely want to hear like opinions and stuff like that, but you already know we trying to play these games,
Yes,
we trying to before we can get our opinion in there, we want to get a good dosage of this game, what I mean, good lengthy portion of it. So we appreciate that, man.
Like Final Fantasy 16, Spider-Man 2, y'all know you're not gonna see us. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, you're not gonna see us,
Yes, sir.
But yo, man, let me get these two super chats real quick.
In the schedule books, they're like, oh, they're not.
Exactly.
No podcast this Saturday.
Exactly. Yo, J-Ro, appreciate you for the super chat. He just gave us a thumbs up, and then appreciate Kratos for the final super chat of the show. This man is a Kratos real one. He's like
$5.
Yo, for real. He said, how much copies of Spider-Man 2 do you think they will sell when it comes out? 20 million, easy.
For the year, or for the time it comes out to the end of the year?
Yeah, I'm assuming from the time it comes out to the end of the year. Which if it releases
like 15 million.
If it comes out in September, between September and December, easily 20 million. Or 15 to 20. I can see 15 to 20. I'm not 20.
Right.
20 might be.
You've got to work to do that in 2 months. Yeah, Spider-Man, I think it's a much bigger known game.
IP, yeah. It's a much bigger known
I say about franchise. 15, probably 18 million within the time it comes out to the end of the year.
Yep. Easily. And then within that first week, I could say easily like close to 10 million. If God of War is doing 5+ million in a week, Spider-Man is easily going to double that. Because Spider-Man is one of the most popular IPs.
If we look at the history, when God of War 2018 came out, it was the fastest selling PlayStation first party game with the 3.1 or something like that million in the weekend. Mm-hmm. And then Spider-Man came out a couple of months later and demolished it, becoming the fastest selling. Can Spider-Man 2 do it again to God of War?
Absolutely.
We'll see.
Absolutely. The hype for Spider-Man 2 is so high right now, especially once we see gameplay. Then when you see that collector's edition that they gonna drop, they might drop a all red Spider-Man DualSense Edge. Oh man, let me stop. Yo, if they do that, man. Oh my god. And shout out to Brother Darkness. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says, hot seat, Team Frey or Team Freya? Team Freya all the way.
Listen, if we talking about the video game character, Team Frey, bro. Frey is a beast. If Freya and Frey went to fight like in a battle, Frey is definitely winning that, bro.
Nah, hell, are you crazy? Freya,
bro.
Freya is going to destroy Frey.
You think so? Freya might be stronger, like strength-wise, like physical strength, but when it comes to abilities and magic,
Frey.
Especially with Tanta,
abilities and magic, I'll give it to Frey. But when it comes to like a fight,
Freya,
Freya is a god, a goddess. Frey is well, I guess in that universe, Tanta is considered a god as well, but she's still a human.
Mm-hmm.
She's just a human that can use power. Yeah, physically.
She would get bopped up.
Yeah, she get body, man.
She can't have Freya touch her. Cause if Freya touch her, is a wrap. That's over.
That's what I'm saying. And Freya can fly.
Magic and ability.
Yeah, Freya can fly as well, and like she has control over.
That's a good point.
She has control over Earth, and like other like sorcery type spells as well. She could probably
got Earth and I think lightning or like that,
yeah,
but. Freya got everything, bro.
Yeah,
and then
that's
she
true.
can warp. She can warp. That's me spoiling. I ain't gonna spoil it, bro. But yo, if you
are we talking like fully? Are we talking like fully powered up Frey versus Freya? That'd be a crazy fight. That'd be a crazy. That might be a lot. That'd be a crazy fight. That'd be a crazy fight. That would be. I still think Freya would edge her out a little bit.
Yeah, that's on the physical. Yeah, you're right about that. I agree. Freya. that's all the experience. So Freya been alive for
But
how long?
Yeah, because
The
Frey is a god as well. She is a god, technically. Right?
Yeah, but she just awakened her abilities.
Yeah.
Freya been having her abilities for a century.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, we talk about a street kid going up against a very mature.
Freya, really, more that I think about it, Freya is definitely winning it. Yeah,
She gonna body her, boy.
Freya is
You
definitely winning
crazy.
it, yeah.
But
But Frey can't get touched. If,
Well,
like I said,
well,
if Frey,
wait, well,
if
well,
Frey
see-
can stay to her strength, like staying away,
Here's
it
the
might
thing,
be a
though,
good
too.
fight. But if you get to the fisticuff, it's over.
But see, here's the thing too. The reason why I think Frey would also last a little bit longer and would have a good fighting chance is because I don't want to spoil it, but Cuff wouldn't let her die.
Yeah, true.
She's got that advantage to her as well. Cuff wouldn't let her die.
She got that
And
extra defense.
And Cuff would mitigate a lot of that damage that Freya does.
Frey, her magical abilities give her a lot of defense too, like a lot of armor and like can take hits. But yeah, Freya's is coming in hot. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Especially fighting Kratos. Yeah, she coming in hot.
Yeah,
boy.
she gonna yeah. I
When she put on that armor. God.
Yeah,
Hold up.
she gonna beat the shit out of Frey.
Oh.
But yo, man, let's get into these outros, man. Bari, man, let the people know where they can find you, what content you got coming to your channel, if anything, and go ahead, talk to the people, bro.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to the community once again, man, for the continued support. Not only with the super chats or hitting the like button or sharing it, but also, doing giveaways. There's many times people come to us like, yo, Bari, I want to do a giveaway, or Persona, I want to do a giveaway on WUPS. And, we do these giveaways like the two that we did today, man. So big shout out to Record with Demons once again, and to Mr. Benjamin, for sponsoring those giveaways. And don't forget, when it comes to What's Up PlayStation Podcast, we do our giveaways as well. But I think we're going to be doing it in March, like we have it scheduled. But yeah, thanks guys for hitting the like button, sharing out the stream. We appreciate it. Definitely appreciate all the support, and that's being active in the chat too is always a great thing. Seeing you guys and ladies in the chat, just having your own conversations or rebuttaling what we're saying is cool. Trust me, it's definitely cool, and we appreciate it. But you can find me on Twitter, @jbari_ on Twitter, @jbari on YouTube. I do have a lot of content coming out, or have it planned. I definitely want to play some of these games before I drop some of these content. But I might have like a surprise little stream coming up as well to talk about some of the craziness that I've seen on Twitter when it comes to PlayStation, like the hypocrisy, according to what people will say. But we also had a good little Twitter space as well the other day. So if you missed that Twitter space, definitely go and check that out. It's recorded, so you guys can sit back and relax. And Kendra, I'm definitely gonna hit up Kendra. You know what I mean? Just to see if we can get her on next week.
I mean, yeah, next week, definitely. I'm gonna talk to you, Kendra, on the side. Have you come on next week? Give your thoughts on Hogwarts Legacy, because I think right now Kendra is definitely the biggest Hogwarts Legacy fan on Twitter right now. She definitely she about her shit, so we definitely gonna try to get her on next week, talk about Hogwarts, because we all, me and Bart, we all gonna be playing it that next week anyway, so it'll make for a really really good conversation, and she's much more knowledgeable when it comes to like Hogwarts houses and all that stuff as well. So it'll be good to kind of talk to her about like the authenticity and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll definitely get Kendra on for sure. I'll try to get her on. Guys, see what her schedule look like and whatnot, because she on the West Coast, so that's real early. But you done with your outro? Don't
yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. And Forspoken is calling my name.
Yes, sir. Well, lunch is calling my name, but after that, Forspoken.
Yeah, my stomach definitely growling.
Yeah,
you know the vibes.
But yo, listen, man. First off, man, big shout out to DC, man, coming through, man. Listen, guys, I'm putting his Twitter in the chat. This he's a great guy, man. Like, we wouldn't be like, me and Bari, we don't really align ourselves with scum. So, like, if it's somebody that we telling you like really cool, that we really support and rock out with, we mean that. And DC is a really great guy in the community, very positive. He posts a lot of gameplay. He's really engaging and whatnot. definitely go give him a follow, man. Support him, man. Definitely rock out with him. And, you know, he definitely going to get you through some of that Monster Hunter Rise as well, man. He's a beast on that too. So, you know, definitely shout out to DC Gaming, man. We definitely appreciate him coming through to the show today, rocking out with us, man. And we definitely going to be getting more people from the community on the show as well throughout the year. A lot of great people out there. You know, we definitely want to chop it up with y'all and get y'all thoughts and whatnot. So, you know, don't be surprised if we hit somebody up, you know, one of y'all in the chat. I'm like, hey, come through, pull up, rock out with us. Right. But yeah, for me, man, listen, content I got coming to the channel. I haven't done a When Persona Speaks in a while. Just because I've been doing more videos and
it's been like a good week and a half, bro.
That's been a minute.
That boy tired.
Yo, man, you know, when I get into a game, you know, I'm like, and then like I said, now that I'm going into the office, I'm tired coming home, man. I be tired, man, especially it's winter.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta fight through it, man. And bless the people with the show,
sir,
man.
Yes, sir. So, I'm definitely gonna do When Persona Speaks this week, and I'm gonna put my thoughts out. Probably not this week. Probably closer to the end of the week, but I do want to put my thoughts out on my channel about the DualSense Edge and give my review for Spoken. I got a lot of footage I gotta sift through. It's like 80 gigs or some shit like that. And then I'm gonna start posting up the boss fights. I don't know, man. After that shit that happened with Bari when he was posting shit up from Square, I'm gonna hold off actually.
I got the okay because I uploaded. I haven't made it public yet, but I uploaded like the first two contests and nothing happened because I'm being cautious as well. You know what I mean? Because maybe if I upload the third one, it's like, oh, you know what I mean? But I uploaded the first two. It's up on the channel, but it's not like public.
Yeah.
But I haven't got no copyright stuff, so you know, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that last one though, or the...
Nah, yeah, I'm not. I'm not posting that last fight,
cut
man. Yeah, I'm not posting that. Hell no. But
or you probably got to edit it. You probably got to cut out like the little dialogue parts of it. Just go straight fight.
Well, I want to show her in that form. That's why, like in my review, that's why I want to. I'm a bit worried, but you know, we're gonna see.
I say probably. Cause I'm gonna do the same thing, like give it like until like 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah, so probably my review for Spoken probably won't come out next week, probably the week after. But I'll definitely put out my DualSense Edge review next week, for sure.
Yeah.
And then next week's podcast, we talk about Hogwarts and all that. But yeah, man, listen, guys, this was the show, episode 113 in the books. And guys, always remember, man, What's Up PlayStation Podcast is a podcast for the community, by the community. We appreciate y'all so much rocking out with us. Shout out to everybody in the community. Shout out to all the members.
Frey is a beast. Stop listening to these people that haven't played the game. This game goes ham. Trust me, yo.
Yeah, that's a fact. Shout out to all the
nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet, boy. I'm trying to tell y'all, boy. My bad.
Shout out to all the super chat. Shout out to the members of the channel. Shout out to the new members.
Man, great.
Shout out to the subscribers. Shout out to the people, the lurkers. Shout out to everybody that just comes through every weekend and rocks out with us, man. We appreciate y'all. And always remember, guys, What's Up PlayStation Podcast is a podcast for the community, by the community. And yeah, man, we'll see you guys next Saturday. Same time, same place, same crew, the WUPS crew. And we out, guys.
Don't forget to check out Plus and Block podcast as well, man.
Every Friday.
Great show yesterday.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. We out, guys. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. We out. Peace.
Deuces.